What's up? What's going on, everyone? Corey, we know that's not going to happen. Hey, me too. How are you doing? Carolyn, Jeff, Feisty, how's everybody doing today? Tracy over there. See ya. VJ. It's marked with the 1 month membership already. Wow, that's really awesome. Already been a month. Look how time flies. Look how time flies. What's up, Kramer? Kramer or Kramer? Still haven't figured that part out yet. Hey, Denise. Hey, Lynn. Ryan, what's going on, bud? Denzel. My mental health is like, because like I'm still sick a bit. So I'm feeling a little better than I was yesterday, which is nice. But I also got a nap yesterday. I think I was struggle busting yesterday, man. I've been trying to nap off this, off this cold. And yesterday I was like, I'm not going to take a nap because I have things to do. And then I got on live and I think I might have been tired. And so today, I got a nap, so I feel a lot better. Yeah. Ari, on the other hand, is off of her post-surgery pain pills today. So she's not having a good fucking time. Yeah. Yeah, she's not having a good fucking time today. I'm happy I feel a little better so I can be a little bit more helpful, but well, Denise, it is good. It's good. You got to get off them eventually. You can't just sit on the hard stuff forever. But it does suck because it sucks. I know. When was my last surgery? September? I had surgery in September. I only lasted 1 month on the pain stuff though. I don't stick on them long. I can't. Neither does she. Neither of us like to stick on them very long. So, yeah. Stay away from Tylenol. Yeah, get struck with that. Struck with that tism. Mm. Yeah, I've been getting her up and walking and moving around. I just, it's hard. It's hard. It sucks. What are you gonna do? You know. So, but yeah, we both I think wore ourselves out. We had to get the hot water, get the hot water heater replaced today. So it's just a whole thing. So. And Advil, doctors say not good. Yeah, all doctors have now said that no Tylenol, no Advil, no anything. No measles vaccine, you know. Everything causes the tism now. That's what RFK has told us. Okay. Sorry about that, y'all. I apologize. I get nervous when it's I just never know whether it's my daughter's school or something like that that's calling to let me know something. So, but that was not it. So, apologize for that. No, that was not. Well, I mean, they might have been a Trump supporter. I don't know. I had reached out to a few people to get my car detailed. I've never had my car detailed. I've had my car for a long time. I've never had my car detailed, so I need to have my car detailed. And he was one of the people I had put out to. Angie, think. Sorry, Angie, thank you so much for the $2 and sending love and well wishes to Ari. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I'll make sure I send it directly to her.
It's insane.
So that I think she probably feels better already, honestly. No, really, thank you, Angie. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And Grim, thank you so much for the $5. Said, just have to say I am about 2 months into your content and didn't know much about politics prior. You've opened my eyes quite a bit, and I appreciate that. Well, thank you, Grim. I appreciate that. That is my goal, to make politics more palpable, more understandable, right? We deal with a lot of very, very complex issues in politics, lots of complex things that we got to talk about. And if I can help people that that aren't really into politics, help to understand it a little better, then I'm very happy about that. So thank you so much. Can we get big W's in the chat for Grim? For being new to politics, learning a whole bunch. So yeah, big W's in the chat for Grim. Yeah, it's very sweet. I got people that have been here with me for 2 months. I got people that have been here with me for 2 years. So we got the whole. And I assume probably a couple people who've been here for 2 days. Maybe some people who've been here for 2 seconds. Hi, welcome into you guys. we got the whole crew here. We got the whole crew here. Denzel, that's it. 3.5 years, 3.5 days. Shannon, there's some 2 years right there. We got everybody in the house. We got everybody in the house.
It's insane.
Jen said, I got 5 on it. For some natural pain relief for both of you. Well, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. It will be
it's insane.
It'll be used the best of our abilities. Thank you. You always give some a little pain relief. Yeah, Tara, you've been around since you said so. Some of my day ones up in here. Teddy, yeah, we got some day ones up in here too. We got quite a few day ones up in here. I really appreciate you guys. Got a bunch of day ones. Thank you so much, Jen. And Jeff, thank you so much. Thank you guys for being so nice to me, even when you don't deserve it. I agree. We are nice to you when you don't deserve it, Jeff. I completely agree. I 100% agree that we're nice to you and you do not deserve it. Yeah. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate you. Love you, bud. But see, then we do got people right here. Look, we got our day ones over here. We got Tara. We got Shannon. We got some Teddies over here. And then we have this person over here where, I hope I didn't lose their comment. Where did it go? I'll find it. Give me a second. I'm not going to let it get away. I don't want it to get away. Okay, maybe it got away. Here it is. Linda says, I've been here for 2 days. This is my second show I'm watching. Isn't that awesome? We're just getting more and more people every single day. I think that's awesome. That's what's really awesome. I think we're heading towards that 75,000 followers on YouTube, and I think we're getting real close to that 70,000 on I think we're headed to 70,000 on both right now. We have both of them headed to 70,000 followers. So that's pretty cool. That's some good stuff. Chester, thank you so much for the 5 months of membership. Says, hope you feel 100% soon. I'm hoping so too. I'm hoping by the weekend we can both be feeling a lot better. I don't know if it'll be 100%, but at least we could be, at least we can be, at least close, I hope. Deborah, thanks so much for the fluffies. I appreciate that. Feisty, thank you so much for the 5 gifteds. It looks like the Mighty Pen, in Little Goblin, Super Pacemaker. We got 5 people, 5 new members over here. Big W's in the chat for Feisty for the 5 gifteds. That's 5 that's a gifted for every month that Chester has been a member. There you go.
It's insane.
Big there's a chat for Feisty. Scott with the $10, the 10 Canadian over here, saying, "Hi Polly. So what will you do when Trump pisses off NATO finally have enough of his crap?" And also, hi Ari. Me personally, I don't know if I can really do much. Ari says hi back though, Scott. By the way, she is in one of my other chats. She said hi. I don't know what I'll do personally, but be on here criticizing it. I think that how do I put this with NATO? I think NATO's in a weird spot, right? And I want to make sure I put this the correct way. I think NATO's in a weird spot where they haven't built up enough yet to completely break away. So we're kind of in this little in this little soft spot where NATO wants to push back, but they can't push back too hard because they haven't gotten to that point where they're going to. And I'm hoping that by the time, it's gotten too far, that that we have a better president in that can, try to mend some of the breaks that have happened with NATO. I don't think that we'll be able to mend it completely, right? I think that some of the damage that's been done is just, some of the damage that's been done is just not undoable. I think he's doing irreparable. Man, maybe I'm not on today. Maybe I thought I was feeling a little better. Maybe I'm not. Irreparable. Oh my goodness, there it is. Irreparable damage. But he's doing irreparable damage in all sorts of different categories, right? And NATO is just one of them. Let's just hope we don't end up in World War III in the next couple of years. I think that'll be good. And then we need lots of Democrats in a row, or even maybe if we get Republicans, at least good Republicans that actually are going to help. Are not going to try to be fake isolationists. Because that's all Donald Trump is. He's a fake isolationalist. He says isolationist things and then does the exact opposite of that. And so, thank you for the question, Scott. Hopefully I answered that well. Sean said, let Ari know her Pookie pies are missed. Ari, did you hear that? She's here. So I think she can hear it. She can also see it because I have it on the screen there too. Oh, that wasn't the message from VJ. she laughed, in case you're wondering. Lots of laughing emojis from Ari. Thank you so much, Sean. And VJ said 5 months in. Thanks, Paulie, for what you do. Thank you so much, VJ, for the 5 months. 5 months of being a member. So, okay, we had Chester that's been here for 5 months. We got 5 gifteds. So now VJ's been here for 5 months. So now we need 5 more gifteds. That's what, for every month that we have somebody that's, a new member, we got to get 5 new members. We got to get a member for each of them. It's just the It's just the rule, okay? I didn't make the rule, except for I totally just did. No, we are all hoping Ari will be back and ready to go Sunday. We plan on doing a joint live on Sunday. And that way, if she's, if she's not all there, then at least I'm there to back her up, right? Saturday. Don't be saying Saturday, Ari. Don't be saying Saturday. Sunday. Okay, maybe Saturday. But the first one will be a joint one, right? We gotta I gotta be there to back her up on that one, just in case. Ari, you were not ready to be on today. Don't even start. Leanne, thank you so much for the bronze medal. Shush, thank you so much for the gifted. Thank you so much. There's one right there. And how to live with another gifted. Right, back to back. Those went out to Minor and Creeds over there. Minor like digs for stuff. Minor, not like how the Republicans say minors. Okay. Not how the Republicans say minors, like coal miners. Miners, not minors. Okay. And VJ, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. VJ sent the 5 gifted to match the 5 months that he's been a member. Isn't that freaking impressive? Big W's in the chat for VJ. We had a whole bunch of people get it looks like we got Susan in the house, Kimbo, Hall Monaco. I have a treat for you, which is so creepy. Dynamite over there with the 5 gifted, and just me right behind that with 5 more gifted for Bot, Matt, Homestead, Real, Collins. W's in the chat for VJ, for just me, for Hound, for Shush, for all of the gifteds. Wow, that was just 12 more gifted. I think we're at like 17 gifteds. We might just have one of those nights where we're just building the community. We might just go off with the gifted today. I love that. I love building the community up in here. That's amazing. I really appreciate that. Thank you guys so much. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you. Zoe, thank you so much for the 6-7. Kilo said, curious, how's your W. Bush impression? Yeah, it's actually not bad, but I can't do it on the spot. It's actually not bad, but I can't do it on the spot. Like, it has to be like spontaneous, and it's not bad. My Obama's the same way. Like, it's not bad, but you can't put me on the spot with it. If you put me on the spot with it, like, I will 100% like mess it up every single time. There's an old saying in there's an old saying in Texas, sure Tennessee, but it's in Texas. Say, fool me once, shame on you. You fool me, can't get fooled again. All right. No, that was a bad one. I'm usually better than that. Now look at this drive. Yeah, I already pinned that too. Now watch this drive. Oh, God, he was so not a good president. Remember when Bush was just like the worst president that we'd had? Remember that? Remember when that's how we judge how bad president was? Like, oh, they just got us into like a regime change war, lied to us about weapons of mass destruction, and yeah, you know it's bad when I'm like, man, I wish we could get Bush back. You know? Like when you're like, man, I really wish we could get Bush back. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. I genuinely take Bush over. Everybody would. All of us would. I'll take Tara, yes, I would even take Reagan. How about this? I'll take Nixon. Okay? I'll take Nixon. We can bring back Nixon. Okay? that's how far we've gone. We're trying to bring back Nixon. Bailey for president. All right, we're not gonna go too far. We're not gonna go that far. All right. Zazu, I'm not saying I like Reagan. I'm saying I'd rather have Reagan than Trump. Okay? That's how low the bar is. All right? That's how low the bar is. I'll take Nixon as president with Reagan as the vice president and freaking and Bush can be the chief of staff. Scratch that. Can we make Bush the press secretary? Because I just think that would be awesome. I don't want Bush making any decisions. I do want him to talk to us every day. Like, it's kind of like for you guys who follow football, it's kind of like Jameis Winston. Like, I don't want him to actually be the quarterback of my team, but I do want to hear him talk every day. You know what I'm saying? Same kind of thing. Actually, that's a great comparison. Jameis Winston and Bush, that's like an amazing comparison. Anyways, for the like 20% of you that get that comparison, that was a perfect comparison. Okay? That was absolutely perfect. Lee, thank you so much for the torch. Matt, thank you so much for the happy poop. Matt, also thank you so much for the 100. I appreciate that. All right, let's open up these phone lines. Let's get this thing rolling. Let's start this thing off. Let's get this thing moving. I feel warmed up now. Now I feel like we can get into some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Corey, I saw something that said Winston should be like first team to lose a quarterback. Winston has to be on the team. That's how it works.
Hey, brother.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, I'm still a Trumper.
I don't know who you are.
Daniel.
That does not help.
Daniel Logos from Tennessee.
Okay, man. Well, congrats, Daniel. I have no idea who that was. Hello, how are you?
Hello, do you remember me from yesterday night?
Nope.
I was your first caller, remember?
Nope.
You don't remember that?
Nope. Hello, how are you? Hello. Hello, how are you?
Very good, man. How are you?
I'm great. How old are you?
28.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Absolutely.
Why is that?
He makes liberals cry.
He makes liberals cry?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, sir. Who's crying?
Well, the demons are crying.
The demons? Sir, if you're seeing demons, that's called schizophrenia. You should go to a hospital.
No, so actually demonic is, it's called an ephonym, meaning that I'm describing a human form of a demon, and people who want to castrate kids, transition kids are demons.
So doctors are demons. Well, that explains why you put RFK ahead of the CDC if you think all doctors are demons. That's crazy. Sorry to hear that, man.
Well, what's crazy is that I heard on the Congress floor not so long ago, basically there are doctors that there were 12 people that did not sign up for organ donations, and they had all of their organs harvested because these so-called doctors just did it for money. So, no, I don't fucking trust doctors, dude. They're doing it for money.
I can tell that. You're calling them all demons, sir.
Well, I mean, there are obviously some good doctors. I know some good doctors, but
So how do you tell the difference between like the doctors that are demons and the doctors who aren't? Is there like a symbol or a sign or something?
well, if they're liberal, they're probably on the wrong side of history.
Gotcha. So when I go to the emergency room and like I go like into the hospital, how do I know like which one is the liberal doctor and which one is not? And if like one runs in to like stop my bleeding, should I check his voting registration before he stops it? Or
Oh, we should have voting registration, dude. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your point there. Pass the payback, please.
do you have no idea what you're talking about, sir? Should I check the doctor's voting registration prior,
Yes,
okay, to
please,
him
we
stopping
should
the bleeding?
We should check illegals' voting registration. We should check everyone's
Is my
voting
doctor
registration.
illegally
Thank you so
here?
much.
Because that's kind of crazy if I go to a public hospital and go to an emergency room and the doctor is here illegally. That would be quite surprising.
That would be surprising. That probably doesn't happen too often. I don't
Okay,
think
then
illegals
what are
that
you
well
fucking
educated.
talking about? Because you just said that liberal doctors are demons, and I'm asking you what I should do if I go into an emergency room, okay, and a doctor comes in to stop my bleeding. I'm trying to figure out how to find out if they're a demon or not. You said it's only if the doctor is liberal. I'm wondering if I should check their voter registration. Is that what I need
I
to do?
think any doctor that is studying sex changes is evil.
Any doctor that's studying sex changes. Okay, well, that would be every doctor who's ever gone to medical school because they all study that.
Wow, you're retarded. They do not study sex changes because
Yes,
that's
they
not a medical
do.
phenomenon.
They
That's a mental
they
health
all
phenomenon.
literally do, like literally every
That's a mental
single
health phenomenon.
fucking
You
one.
don't learn how to
No,
fucking
sir.
fix
Sex
that shit.
changes is not a mental health phenomenon. That would be what's called
Yes,
a
it is. It's a
surgery,
mental health
sir.
fucking
It would be
crisis.
called a surgery, sir. Yeah.
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 Sorry, dude. Chopping off dicks with little kids. Yep. That way you can
Yeah.
fucking suck
That
them.
hasn't happened in a singular state in the United States because it's illegal in every single state. But regardless of that, sir, a sex change would be a surgery, not a mental health thing. And if you're going to your mental health professional and they're trying to chop your genitals off, then I would immediately change your psychiatrist or psychologist, sir.
I'm just saying, man, you guys think we're brainwashed. It's like, you guys are fucking evil, man. You guys are evil.
I'm evil because I don't want to check my doctor's voter registration. All right. Well, if that's the
Dude,
case,
I
sir, then
want to
if
check
that's the case,
illegal
sir, if that's
voter
the case, then slap me all the way across the face with evil. Okay. But sir, I'm just letting you know, like, just to be completely honest with you, all right, like, you might want to get checked for that schizophrenia thing. That, on the other hand, actually is a mental health disorder. Funny enough, right?
Yeah.
Because you're all over the place, and it seems like you're seeing some like real weird, crazy stuff. And like, trust me, I'm used to it. Okay, my little brother is schizophrenic, right? I'm very used to being around people like this. But the difference is like he's in a mental institution, and like you're talking to me on here, which I guess you could be talking to me from a mental institution. I guess that's possible. Is that what's going on?
Well, you know what's crazy, dude, is I have my First Amendment right, and I'm allowed to say what the fuck I want.
Yes, sir. There is literally no law that says you can't be a moron. It's crazy. Yeah,
You
they
can be a
they just let you
You
walk
can be
around.
a
They just let you walk around with the rest of us. It's nuts, dude. Like I'm against that personally, but I mean, there's nothing I can do about it, right? I don't create the laws. So what are you gonna do?
I think you're a really sad human being.
You think I'm sad, sir? I'm happy as shit, sir. I'm so happy that I don't even have to worry about like whether my doctor is a liberal or not. I just go to the doctor, and if they give me good medical care, I'm awesome. I've never once called a doctor a demon. Not even once. Even when I've gotten bad care, right? Like I've cursed out a few of them, I guess, like that, but never once thought they were demons, right? I assume that would make you like really sad if you were just like, oh, where's the demons? Like, oh my goodness. Like they're coming in with a mask on. Must be a demon. Oh no. Beelzebub. No.
It's not the doctors, it's the liberals. They're all demons. Or
Gotcha.
they're retarded. They're either demons or they're retarded.
Oh, gotcha, sir.
You can't be smart, you can't love God and be a liberal.
You can't love God and be a liberal. That's an interesting take.
Absolutely not. Do you know how many people have died in all wars ever?
Do I know how many people have died in all wars ever? No. Do you have that number?
Yes, around 1 billion.
1 billion.
Do you know how many abortions have happened since 1950?
No, I don't.
3 billion.
Insane.
Interesting. What does that have
So
to do with
3
anything? And I
times-
do not care.
3 times more people have died due to abortion over the past 75 years.
No,
than
sir.
all
No
wars
people have.
ever.
Sir, what's the definition of a person?
A human being, the development of a human starts when the
Sir,
sperm
what is the
reaches egg.
definition of a person? That was the question I asked you.
Definitely not you. You're a demon.
I'm not a person. I'm a demon. Again, sir, this schizophrenia thing is getting really weird.
And it's not because you're black. It's because you're a faggot.
Wow, and the fact that you jumped to this, okay, is very, very
I'm
strange
just
that you
saying,
went
though,
straight
like-
to a... The fact that you went
Like,
straight to
God does
race
not like
is
gay
just
people,
like
bro.
kind of telling, not gonna lie.
God does not like gay people, bro.
Oh, really? When does he say, where does he say that?
That a man should not sleep next to another man?
Actually, it does not say that in either the Hebrew or the Greek.
Well, it does in fucking English, dude.
Well, the Bible wasn't written in fucking English, dude.
Well, fucking Jesus talks to me in English, so I don't know what you're doing.
Jesus talks to in English. I think that might also be the schizophrenia, sir.
He's talking to me right now. I hear him. And he is calling you retarded.
Oh, that doesn't sound like something Jesus would do.
Well, you're a demon, so it doesn't really matter what you think. You're on the wrong side of history, my brother.
Demons are on the
Actually, you're
wrong
not
side of
really my
history.
brother. You're a demon.
Hmm. I don't know if you should cut your meds in half or double them. What do you think?
It's just funny. I heard you joking about George Bush earlier, and that's never going to happen again. You're out of your mind, dude. Like, you guys have thrown normal people like me so far to the right, and we're not coming back.
Sure, you're
We
not
are
a
taking our
normal
country back.
person. I don't know what you're talking about.
I was normal before you guys were like,
yeah,
"Ben,
before you got out
our
of diapers.
before you guys were like LGBTQ everything, before you guys fucking, you
Sir,
guys,
literally nobody
Come
says LGBTQ everything. Literally 0 people say that.
yeah, except kids at drag shows.
Kids at drag shows say that? No, sir, I've been to drag shows. No kids have said that.
Dude, I've seen videos of drag shows with kids at them in California.
Yeah.
Fucking
None
it's
of them
not
say,
hard to see. It's
literally
just-
0 of them. I've never heard a kid say LGBTQ everything. Never happened. Chrissy, thank you so much.
I'm saying that the teachers promoting this are also demonic.
The teachers promoting this. Okay, awesome. In what curriculum in any school in the United States does LGBTQ plus curriculum exist?
Well, if your teacher has fucking purple hair and they're a Karen, then they're probably going to talk about their fucking sex life. And no other teacher will do that because only the mentally ill.
I had a teacher with purple hair. She was literally a conservative Christian lady. I went to a Christian school.
Wow, it doesn't seem like it.
It doesn't seem
You
like
must
she
have
had
been-
purple
you must
hair,
have
sir. I don't
been-
think you knew
Must
her.
have
I don't
been
know.
molested.
I don't know why you would think that you would know like what color her hair was. You didn't go to my school,
Were you molested as a kid?
sir. No, I was not. But a very weird question for somebody to ask somebody.
I know. Well, you said you went to Christian school. I was just wondering.
Yeah. See, when you go to Christian school, this cool thing happens where you're forced to read the Bible. Yeah, and when you actually read the Bible, right, then you like actually understand what it says. Like, you start to learn the Greek and the Hebrew. When you don't say dumb shit, like the Bible originally said, man should not sleep with man, which it never actually says, right? And then you actually learn things. And when you actually learn things about the Bible, then it makes it really easy to become an atheist. But for people like you who've never read the Bible and don't have any understanding of it, it's really easy to stay in your religion. You see what I'm saying?
Here's the crazy idea. You don't even need to read the Bible to be a Christian. You just need to know the truth.
Yes, sir. And where am I supposed to learn the truth from if it's not from the Bible?
Because it's all around you. Like, it's basic human biology. It's like, don't fucking be a fucking pedophile. Don't chop your
Sir,
dick
you're the
off.
one who supports
Don't
Donald Trump, who's
solicit
literally
kids.
hiding the largest sex trafficking ring in the history of the United States, who was best friends
That is
with literally Jeffrey Epstein, who literally was the largest freaking child sex trafficker, like, in the United States and probably in the entire fucking world, okay? And Donald Trump was best friends with him, said he cut him off in like 2006. And funny enough, after that, we now have all the files released that well into the freaking 2012, 2014, that didn't happen. You're literally supporting that, sir. You're supporting things like Republicans who in certain states of the United States correctly right now are trying to lower the age of consent and lower the age of marriage in their states. Okay, so there's only one of us that is freaking worried about, is freaking, whose party's engaging in that type of stuff, and it's yours, sir. You're the one who's protecting it.
I will concede that I am fucking disappointed, and disappointed is beyond fucking what I believe, that Trump is protecting those people in the Epstein
Ooh,
files.
but it's not a deal breaker
Right.
for you.
But you are.
But it's not a deal breaker for you. Interesting.
But you're a blue balls liar to say that he was in the Epstein files for sleeping with underage girls.
I never
He was
said
not.
that, sir.
Okay, great.
I
Well, he
literally
wasn't.
never said that.
I know you never said it.
Then why are
everyone
you calling
in
me
your
a liar
audience to
for
know.
saying something that I didn't say?
Okay, so Trump never slept with underage girls.
I don't know whether he
with
did or he
Epstein.
didn't.
Okay, with Epstein, we know that.
We don't know that. There was 6
know it
freaking
because
million, sir, there
Epstein
was 6
said it.
million Epstein documents. We have 3 million of them, and the 3 million that we have are insanely redacted. We don't know anything.
We have an interview with Epstein's lawyer where his lawyer says, if you have anything on these rich people, I can get you a reduced sentence. His lawyer, Epstein responded, I don't have anything against Trump. He doesn't have anything on Trump that could get him a reduced
Well, then we
sentence.
should just release all the files then. So there's one
I'm
there's
with it
there's
because
one
there's
there's
a lot
one
of-
way to sir, there's one way to figure this out. There's one simple way. Okay? The one way to figure this out is to release the files unredacted except for the victims' names, all right? We have to, of course, protect the victims, which they already failed on because on their first release, they released a whole bunch of
saw
pictures and names of minors and pictures of minors.
Dude,
Like, you know what I'm
I
saying?
saw-
Like
yeah,
horrible
Pam
stuff, right?
Bondi,
But there's
the worst.
there's
I know.
one thing, like all we have to do is release the files, right? And then we'll see who's in the files, who's not in the files. Then we then we know who we need to go after. But there's one person that's stopping that, and that's Donald Trump. All right. So as long as Donald Trump is blocking the release of the files that Donald Trump is in, okay, I am just going to assume it's because it's a bunch of bad shit until he proves me otherwise.
I agree. I mean, Pam Bondi's a fucking whore. I mean, she should release the files. I agree.
I don't know about her sexual life, nor does that have anything to do with how just grossly incompetent she is.
It's insane.
Okay, but Donald Trump has very specifically said that he is the one that is in charge of the DOJ, not Kash Patel, not Pam Bondi, not any of these people. He has made very clear that he is in charge of the DOJ. So if he's in charge, that means he can release them. And if he can release them and he's not, okay, there must be a reason. So either A, he's in there doing a bunch of shit that he shouldn't have been, B, he thinks he's in there doing a bunch of shit that he shouldn't have been, or C, he's protecting the people that were doing it. Either way, all of those things, okay? I don't think you really get to talk about the left being freaking, predators of children when that is going on with the president that you voted for, sir.
Well, Bill Clinton was okay. Okay, I
Sir,
see your
if Bill
point.
Clinton's in it, fucking lock him up. I don't give a shit, dude. That don't bother me. They don't hurt my feelings.
It doesn't bother me. I mean, I would be fine locking up Trump if he was in there. I would be fine with that. I'm with you.
But you're still going to support him, even though, when he sexualizes his daughter, when he sexualizes a 10-year-old, when he, brags about going into, like underage girls' changing rooms to see them naked because he just gets to do it because he runs the place, when he brags about sexual assault. When he does all of those things, you still support him. But if he's in these files, that's the killer for you. I'm just sorry. That just doesn't make much sense to me, sir.
I guess I just don't believe everything on the news.
So it's not a matter of believe everything on the news. All these things that I said were things that came out of Donald Trump's mouth on tape. Well before he ran for president. They are all well documented.
I know that I'm genuinely curious. I know you dislike Trump, but I'm very, very curious because I can talk about this further. What's your opinion on Elon Musk, the richest man in the world?
He fucking is an idiot half the fucking time. He's trying to be liked too much. He's proof that money can't buy popularity and money can't make you likable.
I think he's proof that even if you're unlikable, that's not a factor and you can still make money. Because Jeff Bezos has tried so hard to appease to the elites and to the fucking left. And the elites and the left have really started sucking each other's dicks. And Elon is off on the right, and he is building companies and creating value.
Bezos literally just paid like
pick up
70-something million dollars to make the Melania movie. What in the fuck are you talking about?
Sorry?
Bezos just paid like 70-something million dollars to freaking make the Melania movie. What are you talking about?
Bezos was hard left.
Bezos is not hard left. Bezos is a capitalist who will freaking suck up to whoever he thinks can make him money.
I mean, true, but like, he definitely fucking was in with the woke agenda, man.
There is no woke agenda, sir. There's no woke agenda. Okay, woke is just a term that a bunch of that a bunch of people stole from fucking black culture. Okay, talking about being awake and aware of the situations that you were in. That is all. Y'all just stole a whole bunch of shit that you guys still don't understand. Okay.
Why during Pride Month is there a bunch of fucking rainbows on my Amazon then?
Probably because Amazon thinks you're gay.
Whoa, dude. Only for you, bro. Only for you. And Jesus. I fuck with Jesus. No? Yes? Maybe so.
All right. Well, you got anything else, bud?
Well, I just know that you're wrong, and I hope that one day you're going to see why. You're going to see why. I don't think I need to say anything else. One day you'll find out. If you fuck around enough, you'll find out.
All right, bud. Well, you have whatever day you deserve, okay? All right. Anyways, y'all, please make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. Scott, thank you so much for the 12 Canadians. Said, thanks to Trump, he has seemed to make the U.S. a laughingstock. What does gender issues have to do with this life? Nothing. Oh, it's just that Donald Trump spends a bunch of money telling people that they should be more worried about gender issues, right? And telling people that that's what the left cares about when it's all they care about. It's very strange. Thank you so much, Scott. I appreciate that. Feisty said, hair color affects your politics. Yes. Did you know that? In order to buy purple hair dye at Ulta, right, they actually check to make sure that you voted Democrat in the last election. And if you didn't, they immediately take it away from you. It's just, they have no choice. Right? They don't want to do it, but they have to. All right? They want the sale, but they snatch it directly away from you. Is that purple? Give me that, you conservative. Gross. Thank you, Feisty. Tad had said, look at the trees, BS. Look at the trees. It is the worst argument for Christians. Biden was in the files 0 times. 0. Obama was in the files 0 times. Kamala Harris was in the files 0 times. Trump was in there 3,800 times. Thank you, Tatted. Shush, thank you so much for the membership. I appreciate you. Scott says, I see Stephen Miller whenever I hear Caroline Levitt. I'm sorry. That sounds like the worst nightmare that ever existed. Those are like 2 of my least favorite people. And thank you, Dragon. I appreciate that. Hello, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. I'm sure you probably don't remember me from yesterday. I was asking you about how your day was and basically saying that I'm a new follower.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yada, yada.
I appreciate that. I do have to keep moving because I got to get a Trump supporter in here, but I hope you have a good one, all right?
Oh, okay.
All right, man.
All right.
Hello, how are you?
Hey, what's up? Polly, I don't know if you remember me. My name is Shino. I used to follow you back when you were about on TikTok.
Is this the like, hey, do you remember me night? This is the 4th time I've been asked, do you remember me on this live today?
Okay.
I've been on for a half an hour.
I know. I'm sorry, bud. I'm sorry. But I was the guy that pretended to be Republican. I would wear the wigs and I would like.
I don't know who you are and I really don't care right now. Hello, how are you?
Good.
Awesome. How old are you?
58.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Oh yeah.
Awesome. Why is that?
Well, I could list off probably 50 things, but maybe let's just focus on one, which would be I'm really happy that he got a Supreme Court majority.
You really happy that people just happened to die when he was president? Congrats.
Yeah. So just so the libs.
That's not something that he does, sir. That's just something that happens. People just die. We don't live forever, sir.
Yeah, I know, but he got it done. However,
he got it done. Are you saying that he killed those people?
He got the majority in the Supreme Court, and now you,
sir, any Republican that was in office would have gotten the majority in the Supreme Court, and if it's a Democrat that happened to be in office, they would have gotten a Democrat they would have had a Democratic Supreme Court majority. It was just that he happened to be there when people died. What are you talking about, bro?
I know. Thank God the Democrats weren't in there when it happened.
Sir, if the one thing that you can say is good about Trump is something that he didn't affect, then that's pretty sad.
Because you guys went crazy with COVID, and we can't have you libs in charge of too much.
I'm not a liberal, sir.
Oh, you are a lib. You are a raging liberal.
First of all, I'm not a liberal, sir. And second of all, I don't know what a raging liberal is. That doesn't even make fucking sense. Liberal is like one of the most like moderate things you can be.
Well, when you say things like literally, and you kind of have an effeminate nature to you, you're pretty far liberal.
Are you hitting on me, sir?
No, but I can pick up.
This guy just called me effeminate. Man, I think he likes me, guys.
Oh,
this is the reason why Republicans keep crashing Grindr. Like, dude, like just say you're just be a man and come and hit on me, bro. Like, stop being all weird about it.
No, I don't like men, but you are.
Well, sir, I don't like men, but I've never called another man effeminate and like talked about like his mannerisms and stuff like that. But that's because I don't like men. That's only something that I would think that would happen for men that like men. Are you sure you don't like men, sir? You might want to get you might want to like maybe do some exploration. You know what I'm saying? Because I've never talked to another man the way that you're talking to me right now. Honestly, I'm almost blushing, I think.
Watch your videos back. And be honest with yourself. You're a little bit gay.
Sir, again, if you want me, just say so.
Don't want you. I'm trying to.
Now he's trying to convince me I'm gay for his own benefit. That is strange, bud. Dude, you are so far in that closet. I want to know how Narnia is.
No, you are in the closet. You don't think you're gay.
You don't think you're gay, sir? This is very, very strange question. Are we going to get back to something about Trump, or are you just going to talk about how you like are fantasizing about me right now for the next 20 minutes? Do you want to stare into each other's eyes? Do you want to whisper sweet nothings in each other's ears? Like, this is a very strange way to hit on me, okay? Like, I've been hit on all kinds of ways, but I'm not into like whatever you got going on here, sir, okay?
Right,
so I'm here to talk about Trump, not to have grown men freaking try to, sexually fantasize about me. It's just very weird.
Okay, let's talk about Trump. We won't talk about, we know what's going on. All right. Do you want to know?
He definitely has a pic of me. He has a pic of me that's freaking just sitting by his thing right there. He's just, yeah. So anyway, sir, you like Trump for the one thing that he couldn't control. Do you have anything else?
Oh yeah. I got a long list. I also like the fact
Really?
that
Because you kind of crashed out after like one of them. It was very strange.
crash out. He also allows us to kind of be energy independent when Biden was shutting everything down. So Biden shut down the Keystone Pipeline. Biden shut down.
Wow. I can't
drilling.
believe in the year of our Lord 2026 we're still going over this.
What's that?
I just can't believe in the year 2026 we're still going over this, sir. We were the most energy dependent we had been in 70 years under the Biden administration. Sir, we were the most energy independent that we'd been in 70 years under the Biden administration. I understand that if you're ever quiet enough to listen to me, you might accidentally learn something and that would be horrible for you, but I would like to be able to, sir, but I would like to finish my sentence, sir. I would like to finish my sentence if you don't mind. Thank you.
Yeah, go talk to your liberal sycophants. Get it out of your
Are you a liberal sycophant, sir? Because I'm talking to you.
No, your libs are.
Your libs are liberal sycophants.
Yeah, your lib fans.
Okay, sir. Well, I'm going to go ahead and finish my statement if you don't mind. Is that all right?
I know you will. Yeah, go for it.
All right, awesome. We were literally the most energy independent we'd been in 70 years in this country for the first time.
That's
okay.
Wrong.
We literally outproduced Saudi Arabia when it came to oil, right? And we outproduced more than we were actually able to use. All at one time in 2024.
Sucked. He was the worst president. He's probably the worst president ever. And even though he was brain dead, the libs still voted him in. It's amazing. That's how brainwashed you guys are.
All right. Well, here's the literal EIA saying in 2024 that the United States produced more energy than ever before. In 2024.
Yeah, wrong.
In an article that came out June 9th, 2025. This article was actually released by the EIA. This was actually released by the EIA under the Trump administration. Isn't that crazy?
Listen, libs will always go to their sources. This is why you'll never change your mind. Because you'll always go and find.
Sir, this is the Trump administration. My source is the Trump administration.
The neurons in the liberal brain will never be changed. You will never be changed. Even if like we get invaded and somebody's stomping on your face, you will still be a liberal to the day you die.
Sir, you don't even know what the definition of a liberal is, so you can stop yelling it, okay? It's very strange.
You don't think you're a liberal.
You don't even know what the definition of a liberal is, sir.
You don't think you are one of them. You voted for Kamala, I guarantee you voted for
I don't know who that person is.
You don't know who Kamala is?
Nope.
That's bull crap.
I'm sorry, who's that?
Be for real. Don't lie. Don't lie to your audience.
I'm sorry, I don't know who that is, sir.
You don't know Kamala Harris?
Nope.
She ran against Trump. Fine.
Oh, you mean Kamala Harris?
Oh, there you go.
Oh, sorry. I thought somebody that literally was a freaking sitting senator that was a district attorney that was literally the vice president of the United States. I would literally think that at some point morons in the United States would be able to pronounce her name, but I guess not. That's crazy.
The lady that used to have threesomes with Montel Williams, the lady that slept with that guy,
the lady that worked Donald Trump in a debate, the lady that was much more qualified than him, the lady that you guys are still fucking whining about. It's crazy. She had such an effect on you guys that she hasn't been politically relevant in over a year, and you guys are still whining about her. That's crazy, dude. That's wild. Talk about living rent free, sir. Talk about living rent free. I haven't even seen Kamala Harris on like a TV show or like in the news or anything. I haven't seen her in anything. And then somehow she is still living rent free in your guys' heads. She must have had quite an effect. She must have had quite an effect on you, sir. She must have had quite an effect on you.
Well, she opened up the border. She was the border czar. She opened up the border. Biden didn't
Yep. No, she wasn't, sir. But that's okay.
She was.
Sir, do you have the ability to stay on any topic for longer than 4 seconds, or is that how long your brain cells can stay on one thing? Because you just keep jumping from thing to thing to thing to thing to thing to thing to thing, and honestly, it's just kind of boring to me. All right.
20 million. What do you think about letting in 20 million illegals?
I think it didn't happen, and literally 0 people say that it happened. Okay.
This is why.
All right, sir. Can you hear me,
Fantasyland.
sir? Can you hear me,
Fantasyland.
sir? Hello. Can you hear me?
Hello, Fantasyland.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
You're in
I am
Fantasyland.
tired of jumping from from point to point to point to point to point to point to point with you because you can't stay on a singular topic. Okay. So I'm going to move on to the next caller because you bore me. Okay. All right. Bye-bye now. All right. We're going to keep this thing going. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Please make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We're going to keep this thing going. I really appreciate you guys. Betty, thank you so much for $2. Said, do you remember me? Magas, Polly's, jilted exes. I have had 4 different calls. They're like, hey, I don't know if you remember me or not. I don't know who you are. I don't remember you. Okay. Okay. I don't remember you. All right. I don't know who you are. If your conversation is starting with, do you remember me? I don't remember you. Okay. It's literally that simple. All right, we're gonna move on to the next caller. Keep this thing going. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much. Now make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. If you like support, I do have super chats, super stickers. I have my little live gift code going on over here, so I appreciate you guys. Hello, how are you?
Do you remember me?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Turn off the live in the background, please. Thank you.
Yep, we'll do.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Yes, I do.
Awesome. Why is that?
I just think overall, his economic policies, immigration policies, foreign policy approach.
All right. What's his
those are
economic
my-
policy that you appreciate?
I think one thing I want to preface this before I say is I think his overall tariff policy was the start. And the reason why I say tariff policies is just the general understanding that we were being taken advantage of. And I know we could go to his rhetoric, the way he acted, the Trump isms, but I think it was really important to give us more power and strength in recognizing the true world power we were.
Gotcha. So can I ask you a question? How does
Yeah.
taxing the American consumer make other countries stop taking advantage of us?
And I think that's the biggest issue that people have to actually realize is understand, yes, maybe there will be some possible.
That's not what I asked you, sir. How does taxing the American people help us to freaking gain an advantage over other countries?
It forces them to then American companies to compete with those products that they get from
Nope,
overseas.
not a single tariff that he's put on has forced that.
Okay. I mean, this is the thing. It's like I would like to have a very productive conversation.
I would like to too, sir, but you can't just say random things out of your ass, sir.
No, I'm not.
You are,
I'm not
sir.
gonna do the.
What tariff has forced an American company to now become competitive? Which one? Which countries?
Oh, you
which
mean-
countries? Which tariff on which country? Was it the country like when he tariffed the Heard McDonald Islands that doesn't have any people on it, that only has penguins that inhabit it? Did that one make an American company more competitive?
No, what it makes it more competitive to where they might as well just bring the companies here to the U.S. instead of them being placed in other countries.
There was no
And
companies
then-
there. No people inhabit the island.
Okay, all right. So let's do this. I'll just go down the list. SoftBank Group, OpenAI, Oracle, Taiwan Semiconductor Companies, Eli Lilly, Google, Amazon, IBM, Hyundai, GE Applications.
All right,
Vulcan,
let's start
Element.
with those
All
instead
these
of you just
companies
giving let's just start with let's start with the top and let's just work our way down there. Because the first ones that you named were all actually chip companies, and all of those companies announced manufacturing and new manufacturing plants in the United States prior to Trump taking office after the signing of the Chips and Sciences Act in 2023. TSMC actually agreed to build 7 different semiconductor plants in the United States, with one opening up at the end of 2024 due to the Chips and Sciences Act under the Biden administration, right? So Hyundai had a plant that they had already planned on building before Trump came in, and actually due to Trump's immigration policies, they actually stopped building that plant and stopped expanding on it because Donald Trump actually ICE agents actually came in and deported like all of the people and expertise like within that company. So that didn't happen.
Yeah, no, and I know they tried to do this before, but they didn't because of Biden policies that made it pretty much
No,
unrealistic.
TSMC and Oracle both agreed to move here during the Biden administration before Trump. That had nothing to do with his tariffs.
No, they tried to move in before then, but they realized it wouldn't be cost effective under
Sir,
Biden's policy.
they already started building 3 plants and opened up 1 under the Biden administration. What are you talking about?
Okay, just same thing you're talking about when you talk about the oil. The oil thing was something.
We're not talking about
Biden.
fucking oil, sir. I asked you what country's tariffs forced it to be where American manufacturing is competing. Not only are you not naming what American manufacturing is competing, you're naming other companies that came in, which is the exact opposite of American manufacturers being able to compete. Because if tariffs were creating American manufacturing competition, then those companies would not be coming because those American manufacturers are now competing with the foreign good plus the tariff. If they're coming back here, that has nothing to do with competition within the market. So I asked you which country's tariffs are allowing American companies to now compete against the market due to the tariff increase.
Okay, like I said before.
No, you haven't said shit. You're just not answering my question, okay? You made a positive statement. The tariffs are allowing American manufacturing to be able to compete due to the tariff increase. I said that's not happening. You said yes, it is. I said which country's tariffs are now allowing American manufacturers to compete due to the tariff cost. You have not named a single tariff on a single country that has made that happen. Not a single one. That is what I'm asking for. If you're going to make a positive statement about it, then answer the question.
Let's go.
Let's go where, sir? Where are we going, sir? Back to the question you can't answer?
I said I was repeating Mexico. Like,
okay. So which company in Mexico?
Holy. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, for example, Hyundai was one where the Asian countries were using Mexico to then get around the tariffs that we had on them to circumvent the tariffs and then make it cheaper. So they did it in Mexico.
Yeah, and Hyundai already canceled their plant expansion. We already talked about that due to Donald Trump's immigration policies. Hyundai was already building in Georgia, by the way. Hyundai, Kia, they all already have plants here.
Okay. I mean, you're just going to deny everything I said.
I'm not denying, sir. I am combating what you're saying because what you're saying isn't reality. Okay, Hyundai already had Hyundai has had a plant in South Georgia for a very, 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 very long time. Well before Trump and before Biden. Okay, yes, sir. And they were going to expand that plant, right? And no, Hyundai has multiples. Kia only has one, but Hyundai has multiple plants, right? But Hyundai was planning on expanding that plant in South Georgia. Then Donald Trump came in, deported all their freaking Koreans, and then they canceled their expansion. Okay, so this wasn't a thing where, there was a plant in Mexico, which is now in the United States due to these tariffs. That hasn't happened. Okay, I'm asking you, first of all, that wasn't even the question. Again, that wasn't the question. All right, the question was, which tariff has allowed American manufacturers to now compete with the tariff increase? Okay, which I don't know if you understand the difference of what I'm asking you and what you're answering. Do you?
Ask your question one more time.
Okay, this is the third time I'm going to ask it. I'm not. I really don't want to ask it again. Okay, sir, do you understand what it means when you say, okay, that the tariff costs are allowing American manufacturers to now compete in the markets? Because that's what you said. Do you understand what that means?
Yes.
Okay, what does it mean?
It means that the American-produced products will then be competitive for the cheaply made products that are overseas.
Correct. That is what it would be. That's what it would mean. Okay. So when I asked you to give me an example of that, you telling me about a manufacturing company coming to the United States does not in any way prove that point. Okay. What you need to show me is how an American manufacturer, okay, is competing with a company that's still overseas that it couldn't compete with before, but now it can due to the tariff increase on those costs. Okay? You telling me about a company moving here does not prove that point.
Yeah, that's because they would rather make products here, give jobs here, and then not have to deal with the tariffs of having those products done overseas, then being tariffs coming here.
Okay.
That's the whole point.
Sure. That would be a great thing.
And then-
Okay, that would be a
And
that
plus,
would.
and plus, real quick.
Okay, I guess you're not gonna let me
I just
respond to
want
what you said.
No, I
No,
just
it's okay.
want to say this. I just want to say this. Your fact check about Hyundai is incorrect. They doubled down saying they still plan on doing the $2.7 billion expansion.
When did they actually
Even
announce that
after,
expansion? By the way,
September 18th, 2025.
let me check that. Let's see.
So Hyundai says it will spend $2.7 billion expanding part of the Georgia complex rated by ICE.
I'm
Even
pretty
after
sure
that.
they had already agreed to that. But regardless, I'll find the information on that. Regardless of that, sir. Okay. Naming one, even if I give you the benefit of the doubt on that one, which I think you're wrong on, but regardless. Okay. Even if I give you the benefit of the doubt on that. All right. One company for Donald Trump tariffing every country on the planet doesn't really do much. We lost almost over 1 million jobs last year, including hundreds of thousands within manufacturing. Right? Manufacturers are not coming back here.
Yes, they are.
Okay.
What you're saying is fundamentally false.
Well, that was according to Donald Trump's own administration. So are you saying that Donald Trump's own administration is lying about this?
Your interpretation is all.
It's not an interpretation, sir. We lost almost 1 million jobs in 2025, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, which comes from the Trump administration.
Yes, and most of those jobs are due to blue states and their taxing on the rich. That's why we're seeing
Blue
today
states and they're
people
taxing on the rich. That's not how that, sir. That's not how that
yes,
works.
it is.
Sir, that's not how that works.
California,
You can't tell
cannot
sir.
me-
Sir,
the
you
news-
can't.
you're-
Sir, those blue states and those taxes existed
Zuckerberg
before Trump.
built a million-
Sir, those blue states and those taxes existed before Trump. Okay, so therefore, and we were still in record high job creation before Donald Trump came in.
Question: Why are these? I forgot who was it. Zuckerberg just bought like millions of a different estate in Florida just recently, like this week.
Sir, those taxes existed before Donald Trump, and we were at record high job growth. Okay?
There's a mass migration from specific places like Illinois, California. I forget some other states to go places like Texas.
Yeah.
South
By the way,
Carolina.
I found it like so quickly. Here's Governor Kemp of Georgia announcing the Hyundai expansion in 2024.
Yeah, but your argument.
This is literally
yes,
on the
they did it.
governor of Georgia's website, where in 2024
No, I agree.
Hyundai announced that expansion.
But your argument was that because they were going to rescind it because of the raids done by Trump. And then I said, and then what my statement was,
gotcha.
even despite the raids on Trump, they doubled down.
So gotcha. So the expansion existed before Donald Trump existed. Donald Trump's immigration policies caused them to freaking double down on the expansion that was already there before his tariffs. So the tariffs didn't cause it.
Okay, I gave you a whole list of other things where people are investing into the United States. The thing about when we're arguing these points, we got to use some common sense.
No, sir, we have to use facts. We have to use facts. And the fact is that Hyundai announced this expansion in 2024. That's a fact. So Donald Trump hadn't put the tariffs on in 2024. So therefore the tariffs didn't cause the expansion. Facts.
Okay, actually, he did put tariffs on before his first presidency,
South Korea?
No, I'm just saying.
No, because Hyundai is a South Korean company. He also didn't put them on Mexico. He actually signed the USMCA, which was actually a free trade agreement with Mexico, which is where the plant would have been, according to your logic.
Okay. I mean, plain and simple. The point of you can't other than you can't dispute the point of the tariffs and what it's doing compared to.
Yes, I can easily,
what's
sir.
happening globally.
Yes, I can easily do it. We lost almost 1 million jobs last year, including massive ones within manufacturing last year. A lot of that was due to the tariffs. A lot of that was due to AI also, but a lot of it was also due to the tariffs because companies can't expand because they don't know what's going on with the tariff cost. And no company is going to start moving manufacturing to the United States in order for it to be cheaper when the Supreme Court hasn't even ruled on whether these tariffs are actually legal. No company in their right mind is going to expand their company, move their company from a place with cheaper labor to a place with more expensive labor, okay, due to a tariff policy which they don't even know is going to be held up yet. Okay,
Well,
not to mention, hold on, sir. Not to mention the fact that they have no idea whether these tariff policies will still be in effect when President Trump gets out of office, which he will in 3 years because he's a lame dunk president. Okay, no company is going to move from a place with $4 of labor costs, okay, to a place where they're gonna have to pay someone $30, $40 in labor costs, okay, off the projection that hopefully these tariff costs exist. Not to mention the fact that it's still cheaper, even with the cost of tariff, to stay where they're at than to compete with American manufacturing and labor. Okay, it's still cheaper. So they're not moving here. All Donald Trump did was come out in January, announce a whole bunch of expansions after his tariffs of expansions that were already announced under the Biden administration. There's only one company that actually has a valid fucking thing that they said that did not have an announcement of an expansion in the United States. Okay, that Donald Trump put tariffs on, and then they did announce that, right? That was Apple. That did happen with Apple. Right? Donald Trump tariffed the fuck out of Apple. Tim Cook went over there with a big old glass, an actual gold brick, handed it to him. They took off the tariffs for Apple, but the agreement was that they were going to bring some manufacturing back to the United States for certain types of things. That did happen. Okay? The rest of the shit you said is all shit that was already here well before.
Are you good? Are you done?
Sir, we learned this in kindergarten. You hear how I'm not talking?
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm just, see, that's what I'm saying is like you have this thing where you are combative and everything has to be combative. And
Sir, please take your feelings and put them back in your pocket. I really do not give a shit. Can you respond to what I said?
I don't. I don't. I'm just trying to have a cordial.
Sir, I am being cordial. If you want me to start getting rude, I can be.
Okay. But yeah. So if you want a list of companies that are post-tariff, we can go Stellantis, Ford, GM, Global Foundries, was it Merck & Co. There's a couple more, but those are other companies that happened post-tariff, definitively post-tariff. And if you want dates, we can go.
Sure.
Like you said, Apple, August 20, 2025. Global Foundries, it was sometime in the mid-2025. Ford, GM, 2025.
Yeah.
Like all these companies they decided to still invest after post the tariff. So.
Okay, sure, sir. I am sure there are some companies that expand. I know about half those companies you're saying had already announced expansions well prior to that. But regardless of, even if they weren't, okay, sir, these companies are not doing it because of the tariff. That'd be like saying that Joe Biden came in and we saw things like Harley Davidson come back to the United States and John Deere come back to the United States, and we saw all of these major companies come back with no tariffs. Is that because Joe Biden put no tariffs on that all of these other companies came back to the United States? No, companies just be expanding and contracting and doing all those things, right? But what we're not seeing is this mass migration of countries coming from Asia or Southeast Asia or like China or that. We're not seeing all of these companies come back. We're not seeing job creation. We're not seeing expansion. We're not seeing new investments. We're not seeing any of that. Okay, what we are seeing is prices going through the roof because of it. We are seeing that 96% of the tariff costs being paid by U.S. citizens, that it cost the average American over $1,000 just last year in tariff costs, and jobs are freaking flooding out of the United States. All right, the unemployment rate is the highest it's been since we shut down for COVID. We lost almost 1 million jobs, and freaking the entire economy has stagnated. Okay, that's what we're seeing due to this. Okay, if you want to name a few companies, that's all good, sir. That's fine. I could sit here and break down how all of your arguments on each company is incorrect, but it's really just a waste of my time. Okay, because even if every company you just said was true, it does not negate the overall effect of the tariffs.
But that's what you can do for any argument. It said, oh, well, no, that doesn't happen because of such and such. I mean, you can do that for any president. For any,
what you just said doesn't make sense.
No, it does make perfect sense.
No, it does. You could just do that with anything for such and such is not a valid argument.
That's what you're saying. I gave you a valid point, and you're like, no, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. I mean, of course, there's always circumstantial situations to everything. But at the same time, the reason why you do tariffs is because wait a minute. First of all, I want to bring one thing up. You're saying we're bringing all that stuff on the consumers. Freaking Powell himself came out and said, the Fed chair, said that a lot of the people who are producing these products are taking more on the price than actually the consumer. That it's not as big of a issue, and that we're actually seeing a better change in the trade deficit. Is the issue with the trade deficit, is that something that we should still continue? Is it better now or was it better before? That's a great question. Was the trade
Nothing,
deficit
sir.
better now or better before?
You're really not putting together a valid thought. Here's why I don't want to go through every company, okay? Because literally, I just did it with Hyundai and showed that they showed their expansion in 2024. You named Ford. I can also do it with Ford right here, okay? Where Ford HQ, okay, says that it's expanding their manufacturing plants on April 4th of 2024. Okay, I can sit here and do this with every company you
That doesn't
name,
mean where.
but
That
sir,
doesn't mean
sir,
where. The
listen,
location is the more
listen. I could sit here and do this with every company you name, but it is a waste of both of our fucking times. Okay, because
the
here's
trade
the difference.
deficit?
Listen. Okay, because here's the difference. Okay, you are reading off a pre-generated list and you have done no research into that list whatsoever. Okay, you are reading a list, okay, of just shit that you read because probably on Trump's website, okay, it says all of these companies came back, but you haven't actually researched any of them. Okay, and if you
No,
do,
it's on
you would
Trump's website.
see that the majority of the companies that you said are bullshit. Okay, so it's a waste of time. Okay, but if you're
So is
telling
the
me,
trade deficit
sure,
is the
sir,
trade deficit, is that bullshit? Is the trade
sir,
deficit
what's a
bullshit?
trade deficit?
No, we're not going to play this.
No, we are going to play what is it? What
Is
is a trade deficit? If you're going to yell at me in the middle of my sentence about a trade deficit, then you're going to explain to me what a trade deficit is.
income, what is going in and what is going out? If you
Okay,
got more
and
that's
why is a
going-
trade deficit a bad thing?
Why is it bad? Because you're pushing out money more than you're getting.
No, that's not what that means. I have a trade deficit with Publix. Is that a bad thing?
What do you mean you have a trade deficit with Publix?
Yeah, Publix is the closest grocery store to me. I have a trade deficit with them. I buy a lot more shit from them than they buy from me. Okay, so I have a massive hundreds of dollars a month trade deficit with Publix. Is that a bad thing?
It could be bad, yes.
How?
It could be, yes.
How?
If you're spending money that you don't have, you
No,
go
I'm
to
spending.
debt,
No, it's all
Publix
within
debt.
my budget. I'm way good.
Yeah, but when we're talking about trade, but you're not trading. Publix isn't a trader. It's purely consumer. You get.
And
you're
who
a
is the
consumer. You
largest
don't get
consumer nation on the planet?
United States.
Okay, so if we are
That's
the
why we have
largest
leverage.
consumer nation on the planet, then that means that we are going to have a trade deficit with everyone. Okay, that's not a bad thing. That just means we have the way the United States has moved over there, and it happened a long time ago before I was born. Okay, we moved from a manufacturing nation over into more of a service-related industries. Okay, so because of that, all right, the amount of products that we create in the United States is reduced, but we still provide a whole bunch of jobs and we provide a whole bunch of services. We've expanded heavily within technology. Our jobs have gotten higher paying due to that, by the way, which has allowed us to consume more. Okay, so instead of building every little fucking trinket that we have in the United States, every broom, every mop, every sponge, every t-shirt, okay, we export that to other countries for their labor to do it and then to give it to us because we, based off of having as much money as we have in our nation, now have the ability to buy these cheaper things from other nations at an expansive rate. Okay, so us having a trade deficit is not a bad thing. Okay, we also have lots of trade that goes outside of us. Okay, but you just yelling about a negative trade deficit is not necessarily a bad thing. Can it be a bad thing in certain situations? Yeah, but you're just naming about, oh, has the trade deficit lessened? Yeah, of course the trade deficit is lessened because we're buying less things because American consumers are getting freaking bent over the rails on prices. They can't afford as much stuff, so they're buying less stuff. Okay, because the value of the dollar is not as good as it was before. That's why the trade deficit has decreased, and that's not a good thing.
I mean, I think that's your perspective. That is not a good thing.
Oh my fucking God.
I think the trade deficit was too great.
See, guys, this is why you guys tell, I've heard so many times, you guys should go teach college. This is why I won't teach college. Okay?
But I get your point. I get your point that it's debatable that it's not always bad, but at the same time, you would then have to explain to me why is it not this bad right now? What would be considered bad?
What would be considered bad? Well, if we completely go isolationist, that would be considered bad.
But we haven't gone completely isolationist.
No, you said what would make us make it completely bad. I just told you.
I know, but we haven't did that. So technically, we're still within a range of.
Sure, I'm not concerned about our trade deficit. I wasn't concerned about our trade deficit before Donald Trump was president. I'm not concerned about our trade deficit now.
Well, I mean, but do you not see that there could be an issue with dependency on foreign goods for certain supplies, especially if you're a world power?
Sure, absolutely. There is certain goods that we 100% should make sure are produced in the United States. But that is why we have what's called targeted protectionist tariffs, right? This is when we put tariffs on those certain goods, those specific goods that we need to make sure are manufactured in the United States, i.e. the Chips and Sciences Act, which brought like TSMC, which you mentioned earlier, which brought TSMC and NVIDIA and Oracle into the United States, right? Because we realized due to COVID that when manufacturing shut down in Southeast Asia, we weren't able to get the semiconductors that we needed, and that was very important for telecommunications, for military applications, for all sorts of things, right? And so we put a direct tariff on the specific thing that we wanted to make sure came back to the United States. We put a heavy tariff on it, and we subsidized companies to be able to come back to the United States. That is a protectionist targeted tariff, and that is super, super important. That's not what Donald Trump is doing.
And on a fundamental level, do you believe manufacturing is brought to the United States when there's a tariff in place? On a fundamental level?
No.
No.
The only way, sir, you're saying tariffs, are you talking about tariffs in the way that Donald Trump is doing? Absolutely fucking not. Are you talking about can tariffs in one way or another make manufacturing come back? Sure, but not the way Trump is doing it. Not in any way, shape, or form.
What specifically is Trump doing it to where those tariffs aren't going to bring jobs?
He's putting blanket tariffs on entire countries and not specific industries, and he's doing it on all countries. Okay? None of that's going to matter. Plus, the tariffs wouldn't be high enough. Not even close.
And
right?
I think this is where the issue is when it comes to communication and how things are done. A lot of those things, like if you understand the art of the deal and how he does things, he's going to, especially when you go negotiating a car in a dealership, you're going to overextend your offer in order to what you decide is reasonable. But if you just say, hey, I want this, and which is already reasonable, then they're going to force you to compromise on what you already believe was reasonable. That is literally all Donald Trump does in a lot of his negotiations. When people get so upset at the semantics and the things that don't even matter.
Sir, I'm not upset at the things of semantics and the things that don't matter. What I'm saying is what he's doing isn't fucking working. It's not working, and it's not going to work. Okay?
Insane.
So you're saying everything that the economists and everything they're telling us about the economy doing better, that's a lie?
How is the economy doing better? Under what metric is the economy doing better?
So, question.
That wasn't a question time. By the way, Ari, thank you so much for the source who just sent me the source from BEA right here, which I'm going to throw on the screen, that actually says the trade deficit is actually up month over month.
That's a lie.
Trade deficit is month up over month according to the BEA right here. It's on the screen.
I'm from
the U.S. Census Bureau and the Bureau of Economic Analysis announced today that the goods and services deficit was $56.8 billion in November, up from $27.6 billion from $29.2 billion.
I mean, I hold on. I think I just saw it. The BEA. What is the BEA? What I'm saying is the where I get my sources from is when I actually listen to Powell. When I listen to all these economic briefings, like I literally sit. I day trade, so I have to watch these things. So it literally influences how I decide to trade every day.
It's insane.
Okay, bud. Again, I'm not worried about the trade deficit. The trade deficit doesn't mean anything to me. Like, I mean, it means something to me, but it doesn't have anything to do with this. What economic metric is up on from Trump since he took office?
I would say I don't even know if he's done this yet, so I'd have to research it. It's just his fight against corporations buying up all the houses, and then also getting the
Sir. I'm not asking about metric. You said the economy is doing better. Under which metric? Which, by the way, that's a fucking hilarious thing to say because literally it was Trump's first administration where they loosened restrictions on the Fair Housing Act, which actually propped up the ability for more major companies to be able to buy single-family housing. So that'd be super funny if Donald Trump was literally fighting against his own policy from his first term. But you said that the economy is doing better, and I would like to know under which metric.
I mean, like I said, I was talking about the trade deficit. I spoke about the interest rates are doing better. Like the stock market and the investments in our companies are going up. Another thing that we're having a really strong economy is usually when people don't believe in the economy, gold goes down, and then the NASDAQ or Dow Jones, they go up. But they both have been increasingly going up, which means a strong belief within our U.S. economy.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for all of that information. Donald Trump already said specifically that and when the stock markets were at record highs under the Biden administration, that the stock market is not a good judge of the economy. So we're off on that. Gold, I guess, went high, but then that just like crashed down also. And yeah, I guess that could be something, but that's like whatever, right? What we are seeing is super high unemployment rates. What we're seeing is super low job creation. Okay. What we are seeing is we are stagnated on the inflation rate. Okay. With consumers paying more money. The value of the dollar is down.
Inflation is going down.
Inflation is not going down. Inflation is staying stagnant. Okay.
It's been staying stagnant since from when? Like all right, you gotta say
what was the inflation rate when Trump took office?
Let me not guess.
You could just say I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Let me not guess. I'm looking at.
Oh, it's 3%.
Okay, and it's like 2 right now, if I'm not mistaken.
It's like 2.7, I think. Maybe it's 2.4 now.
Okay, so that's what I said.
Yeah, but it was also 2.4. It was 2.4 a year and a half ago. Like it's just a normal variation within the inflation rate. It's not like we're seeing like a 1% or we're seeing deflation. We're just seeing the same average of an inflation rate that was pretty much consistent throughout 2024. And then we saw pretty much that same inflation rate consistent through 2025. It's not like he's doing anything to significantly bring it down. It's just about average. That's why I said it's stagnant.
Okay.
I think it was 2.4 in what, June or July of 2024. And then it was like up to like 3% or something like that. It's down to like 2.7% now. Like it's just stagnant. A small variation in between like 2.4 and 3% is not something I'm calling like significant, right? Like that's just whatever. If it goes up to 3.0 tomorrow, I'm not gonna be like, oh, it skyrocketed. Like that's just all variation within the inflation rate. That all makes sense.
You know what? I'm not gonna argue that because at the same time the inflation shot really high because of COVID, so it's kind of hard to pinpoint that on one specific person when things are just normalizing. So.
It shot up due to COVID. It came down. It normalized, and it's been normal since. Right?
Yeah, I mean, but also I would even say that now also with the power of the dollar. You said that the power of the dollar is going up, but the power of the dollar only shot up when the Ukraine and Russia war shot up, and people wanted to, pretty much invested in the U.S. dollar because of our, war making capabilities. And then that's been settling down ever since that conflict is going on. I think that
that's fine.
People need to know that.
Sure. Well, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt on that one because I don't know too much about that one. Okay. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt on that. That's fine. All right. What I'm saying is Donald Trump's policies are not doing better for the economy, right? They're not helping it. They're either at best stagnant, at worst bad, right? Like the unemployment rate was what? 3.4%. When Donald Trump took office, it's like 4.6 now. Actually, I think it just dropped down to 4.4, right? The job market was literally at record creation levels, right? January is the first month that we've actually had like actual good creation since he took over. Every single other month has been trash.
And I believe the biggest issue with that is based on the individual states themselves more than it has to do with Trump.
That is a ridiculous statement, sir, because those same taxes on blue states were there before Trump took office when Biden was having record freaking job creation numbers. They were still there,
and
there was record creation numbers. And then Trump comes in, and they all start nosediving. And let me be very clear, this is not a blue state thing, okay? Red states are feeling it just as hard, if not harder, when it comes to these freaking job cuts.
No, they're moving more to these red states. And the thing is, if I wasn't seeing people come out, if I wasn't seeing people coming out saying specifically, I am moving to Florida and making Florida the new tech hub of the United States, and the reasons why they're doing it and what they're fighting about, like, then I would say, okay, maybe I don't know or something like that. But I am literally watching this on a daily basis of these people say, this is stupid, we're not paying this, and we're going to just move our company.
Sure, nobody cares. Sir, if they move their company from California to Texas, then the United States job market would not go down.
Yes, because you have to cut the jobs before.
Sir, California and Texas are both still in the United States. Okay, I am saying that the job numbers in the United States are down. Okay,
and I'm saying
they're down.
You will see that fluctuation. And I said, and I'm telling you, based off the transition, you will see that fluctuation happen. That's what I think you're not accounting for.
Yeah. Okay, sir. Look, I'm looking at California's job growth. It was literally almost dead even to job gain and job loss. Florida was even too. There's a whole map for it. This is like 2025's job numbers. Red are obviously the states that lost jobs. Blue or green are the states that gained extra jobs. Texas grew. North Carolina grew. Virginia lost. West Virginia lost. Nebraska lost. Missouri gained. Like this has absolutely no effect on whether it's blue or red states. These are your reddest states right here. Like, these are your reddest states in the union right here. Boom, no effect. Your bluest state, no effect. And actually, if you go into some other blue states, look at New York, grew. Pennsylvania, it's purple state, but grew, right? Like, it has nothing to do with what you're talking about, man. Job growth in the United States is significantly down. It has nothing to do with a state's issue. Okay, states are companies are constantly changing states. Okay, hell, the freaking pornography freaking capital of the world used to be freaking Nevada, and then they started making rules about protection, and they all moved to Fort Lauderdale. Okay, shit happens. All right.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. This is what you say about everything. It's just it just happens.
Yeah, because some things just fucking happen, sir. And unless you're gonna give me actual like freaking like you know like actual proof that it's happening because of what you say, then it's something that just happened.
You can literally watch Zuckerberg literally just, all right, anybody who's listening to this, just go find out why Zuckerberg is deciding to leave California. Don't listen to me, don't listen to him,
companies,
and then go.
Yeah. And for every company, when every second that Zuckerberg leaves, there is another 1,000 tech companies that are running into California. Okay, Zuckerberg is not the king of Zuckerberg is not the king of job creation in the United States. Okay.
No, I'm just saying he's an example that people can go look up, pinpoint exactly without this whole like trying to look for it and figure out why he's leaving. And if Zuckerberg can't do it,
I don't care why he's leaving, sir. Zuckerberg is a literal sir. Here's I think we finally got down to the brass tacks of what the difference in this conversation. Okay. I think we finally got down to the brass tacks of it. Okay. You care more about what some dude on a podcast says, and I care about what the data says. Okay? The data says, no, it's the truth. Everything that you've said, I've proven you wrong with data, and you're like, go listen to Zuckerberg or go listen to Elon. Bro, I don't want to listen to any of those motherfuckers. I don't give a shit. I care about the data. Sir, shh. I don't give a shit about what some fucking tech CEO says on a fucking podcast hyped up on ketamine. Okay? The data shows that they're not the job creators because the job creators are not creating jobs. That's why we're down 1 million jobs in 2025, sir.
Who creates them?
Lots of people create them. Amazon creates them. They just cut another 16,000 jobs with an ability and projected to lose another 22,000. Didn't Meta actually cut jobs in 2025? I'm pretty sure Meta actually cut jobs in 25.
Yeah, I work for AWS. I know why they cut those jobs.
But let's listen to the job creators, right? Let's listen to the job creators. Oh, here we go right here. January of 2026, Meta plans to cut around 10% of employees in Reality Business Labs.
Because there's a difference
right there
between cutting jobs and moving. There's a difference between
You're right, there is. This says cut. Does this say moving? You can't read it. Does this say cut or does this say moving? I think we can read the word up there. It says cut. There is a difference between cut and moving. This is cut. He cut the jobs. Okay? This isn't even the first. This is even the one I was talking about. There's another one in 2025. But guys, it's because of California. Give me a break, dude. Give me a break, bro.
Give me a break. Give me a break. And cutting jobs. And because I work for AWS, what they literally do is an ebb and flow in all their work projects. What they'll do is, all right, for example, I work for Amazon One and I work for Amazon Bedrock. One is the scan your hand to make payment methods, and the Bedrock is for AI. And what they do is they'll build a whole bunch of software developers to push a product to get it to production. Once they get it to production, they'll trim it down to sustainability. And they do this for everything they do. A lot of the companies do it. And that's why I focused on these people saying they want to move more than the job creation, because that ebb and flow within the tech society happens all the time for that very tech reason. And I was a part of it.
Congrats. None of that changes what I said, and none of that proves what you said correct.
Yeah, no, and that's why I said you guys go figure out why these people are moving from California and look for
Sir, the reason why Zuckerberg is moving from California to Florida is because he's trying to avoid the billionaire tax, okay, which Florida doesn't have, which I don't fucking blame him. And I guess that's great if you're a fucking billionaire, but the most of us aren't. Okay? Most of us aren't fucking billionaires, okay? So it doesn't really have much of an effect, okay?
And these billionaires are the job creators who are then going
No, sir, just because Zuckerberg moves headquarters to Florida doesn't mean his operations are all moving to Florida with him, okay? Because Florida doesn't have the people in order for him to move all of his operations here.
Oil refineries are moving out.
Sir, where do you live?
Like, listen, why does that matter?
Because it's not Florida, obviously.
In that region.
Well, I'm in Florida. Okay. There's been no announcement for this huge meta fucking plants in Florida. It hasn't happened. Okay. It doesn't exist.
Okay. And this is the issue with people who think that things just happen at a snap of a finger.
No, I don't think that things happen at a snap of a finger, sir. Sir. Let me be very clear, sir. Shh. I don't care about this fucking conversation. It's fucking stupid. Okay? You are trying to argue that the reason why Donald Trump lost 1 million jobs in 2025 is because jobs are moving from California to Florida. This is the dumbest fucking argument I've ever heard in my entire fucking life. Okay? And we have spent way too much time talking about it. Okay?
I wonder why.
Because you refuse to move on to anything else.
You said that we were jumping around too much, so I thought you would appreciate again on the subject.
Yeah, if we were going to stop on something, I would prefer to stop on something logical.
Oh, my bad. I didn't know we were having
a logical conversation. Yes, I can tell.
Yeah, we were.
I can tell that you did not realize we were having a logical conversation.
Oh, I bet you couldn't. But all right.
All right, man.
Okay, sir.
Well, bye. I don't know. Yeah, he's day trading on fucking Cash App. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. Yo, please make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. We're going to attempt to keep this thing going. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Sweaty, thank you so much for the $2. Says he got you there. What did he get me on? Oh, you think he got me because I didn't have the readily available about the Hyundai plant, but then I pulled it up. That's crazy, right? Xanto says Mexico and Canada cut us out doing more deals with than ever with China. We drove Mexico and China to work with our goes and remove us from it. Yep, they're just all working with each other. They said fuck us. So, but we're doing great, guys. Art of the deal. Art of the deal. Brian, thank you so much for the $20. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Ebony, thank you so much for the bronze medal. And Tropic, thank you so much for the happy poop. Cross, thank you so much for the bronze. Redwood said, that guy who kept calling you a liberal and saying Kamala Harris's name wrong literally mentioned every incorrect piece of information. DJT connected to make him, to make his Kool-Aid. Concocted to make his Kool-Aid. Yeah. He was just one Fox News talking point after another. It was, that's why I just got rid of him. I was like, I don't need to do this today. Thank you so much, Redwood. Allison said, combat pay for dealing with the uneducated who refuse to learn. I do need some combat pay. That's not even a lie. I do need that. Lee's, thank you so much for the $5 and thanks for bringing the facts. I appreciate you. Scott, thank you so much for the $5. Said new U.S. factories, Trump diapers, Trump clean wipes, and Trump toilet paper. Come on, man. You know Trump don't wipe. You know Trump don't wipe. Give me a break. Thank you so much, Scott. And Sue, thank you so much for the torch. And Far, thank you so much for the jewels. Y'all, we're going to try to keep this thing going. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit that like button if you haven't already also. We are over on the backup account over on the Tiki Talkies over there. For some reason, it freaking took me down again. I guess it just really doesn't like me today. But that's like the second time in a week. So I don't know what's going on. But regardless, we're going to try to keep this thing going and keep this thing moving. So I really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. And we're going to open up these phone lines. Y'all, if you'd like to support, I do have super chats, super stickers, as you guys have seen, live gift goals, all that fun stuff. So I appreciate you guys. Hello, how are you?
Yeah, hi.
Hi. How old are you?
I'm 50.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
I'm sorry.
Do you still support Trump?
Well, relatively speaking, there are things that he does that I'm not happy with, but compared to the alternative,
There is no alternative. He's the president of the United States who's in violation of the 1st, 2nd, 4th, 5th, 14th, 22nd, 6th, 7th Amendment, and 6th and 7th Amendments that he's working on. He's in violation of all of those right now. Do you support him or no?
I support some of his agenda and some I do not.
Oh, so just like you're cool to like overlook the, breaking of the Constitution, breaking of the law, the fascism, the hiding of the Epstein files because there's something in there that you like? That's weird.
Fascism? How is he a fascist?
Did you not hear the rest of the shit I said? Because he's a palingenetic ultranationalist.
Okay. Do you know the definition of a fascist?
Yes, the definition of fascism is palingenetic ultranationalism.
That's not a definition.
It is a definition. It is the definition.
Okay. I'm happy with his policies against abortion. It's not as good as I'd like.
Which policy does he have against abortion?
He wants to...
Not what does he wants to. Which policy has he created against abortion?
Well, he put people on the court that were able to at least overturn Roe v. Wade.
So he has none?
What do you mean he has none?
Because he doesn't have a policy against abortion? He doesn't have a policy at all on abortion?
What do you mean he doesn't have a policy at all?
I'm asking you to name me a policy that he has on abortion. I'm not aware of one. Do you know of one? Because assigning Supreme Court justices is supposed to be an independent condition based off of people leaving office or dying, right? And so he put Supreme Court justices that were conservative. That's not really surprising. What policy does Donald Trump have on abortion?
He has come out against abortion.
When he said that Florida's freaking abortion ban was
he
said that.
Hasn't?
Yeah, I'm saying that he hasn't.
You really hit? So is he for?
But coming out against something isn't a policy.
Oh, is it not?
No.
How about it's a platform?
The platforms don't mean shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So when I vote for a platform and he tries to push something,
You're not
even
voting for a
though
platform.
he
You're
is
voting for an
limited because
agenda.
of the separation of powers, he can't do everything that he would have on his platform. I should not care about that.
You should care about agenda. You should also care about freaking ability
Right.
to accomplish
That is
that
his agenda.
agenda.
He's done at least a decent amount for that agenda.
You know, Donald Trump has both the House, the Senate, right, and the presidency right now. He could just like pass like an anti-abortion law like right now. They're not even trying to, right?
So he has plenty of Republicans that are against him in a lot of things.
Yeah, no.
You really think that he would actually be able to be successful in passing an anti-abortion law?
Oh, gotcha. So he can't pass an anti-abortion law with literally with a literal supermajority. But you think that he's anti-abortion? That's crazy, dude.
What are you really saying, that he is not against abortion?
Sir, I'm sure he's paid for multiple abortions. There's some evidence out there that he has literally paid. I'm nothing completely, rock solid, but there is some pretty good evidence out there that he's paid for multiple abortions. Fucking Melania has come out very, very clearly and said that she is pro-choice. Right? He has flip-flopped on his abortion stance more times than I have changed underwear this week.
Well, that's terrible. That's just horrible.
No, I just don't change my freaking abortion stance more than, 50 times in a week, right?
So what is your abortion stance?
What is my abortion stance? I don't have an abortion stance, sir. I believe that women should be able to make healthcare decisions with their doctors without the involvement of freaking men or the government.
So that's your stance?
My stance is on women's healthcare. Yes.
You call abortion healthcare?
Abortion is healthcare.
Oh, really? So murder is healthcare?
No, murder would be murder. Healthcare would be healthcare. Yeah.
What's the definition of murder?
I don't know. What is it?
It's the killing of an innocent human being.
I'm pretty sure that's not right.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Let's take a look.
That's the definition of a murder.
Let's take a look.
No,
let's take a look. The unlawful premeditated killing of one human being by another.
That's the precise definition of. So what
yeah,
I want to do
it's on the screen. Dictionary.com. It's very simple.
So
the unlawful premeditated killing of one human being by another.
If I went and I asked 100 people and I said, murder is the killing of an innocent human being, do you think that they would say, yes, that's accurate, or no, it's not?
Sure, 100 people could answer all sorts of shit on all sorts of shit. It doesn't make it the definition.
Do you think that is an accurate
The definition of something is not whether you could ask 100 people it or not. Words have meanings, okay?
Yes, the killing of an innocent person is murder. Why don't you ask?
No, it is the unlawful premeditated killing of one human being by another.
Which is also the killing of an innocent person.
So let me ask you a question. If my girlfriend goes and cheats on me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then I go and kill her, right? Is that murder?
Yes.
But she's not innocent. She's now guilty of something. She did something. She committed infidelity within our relationship. So now she's no longer innocent. And I did it. And you're still saying it's murder.
Well, it's okay. Well, what if I grant you that? Okay, as absurd as that analogy is, what did the
absurd as that analogy? Freaking, bro. There's an old saying. It's that guns don't kill people, husbands that come home early do. Okay.
That is such a straw man fallacy. To give me such a
no, sir. It is literally just me proving that your definition is incorrect, and the definition I already pulled up.
So you think it's okay to kill an innocent baby?
No, absolutely not. What's the definition of a baby?
A baby is it is a human life that is, I guess it could be subjective as far as how young, probably one and under.
Yep. Wrong again. Baby, definition, a very young child, especially one who is newly or recently born. Even gives little cute little pictures of little white babies on there.
Yeah. So, how many times have you gone up to a pregnant woman and said, "When is your fetus due?"
I don't
I
talk to
usually say,
random
"When is
pregnant
your
women.
baby due?"
That'd be weird.
Yeah, would it? Well, it's pretty common to ask a pregnant woman when their baby is due.
Okay. It doesn't change the
I'm just
definition.
Mm.
Recently born. A baby has to be born. Okay? The reason why you guys like to say baby, sir, the reason why you like to say baby is because you think it affects an emotional response from people. Okay? Well, no, you don't think so. It does. It affects an emotional response from people, but it doesn't make it accurate.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you watch an abortion, that'll give a pretty good emotional response. Have you seen one being ripped
Yes, I
apart
have
by the
literally
skin?
watched women take pills before. It's a horrific thing. They're not very good at them. They do this like at least like and they. It's really weird the way they take like pills like that. You know, it's like over 98% of abortions in the United States are done by pill form.
Oh, so the agony of that the baby being killed by
Again, not a
pill,
baby.
that's bad.
Boy, baby is born.
Oh,
Okay,
we'll
and
have
it's
her on
literally
first.
done
You
by
have your
pill
turn
form.
to
So
ask
I
that
don't know
first.
how you're witnessing anything crazy because it's done with a pill.
So if I give a pill to an elderly person to kill him, that's okay.
I mean, in some countries, yeah.
Okay. Just so I know where you stand morally.
That's not a moral argument. I was just saying legally in a lot of
Oh, it's
countries you
not a
can
moral
have assisted
argument whether or
suicide.
not you kill an innocent person?
Sir, again, we
That's
already
an
can't even figure
that's
out
an
who's innocent or
interesting
not.
stance.
We can't even figure out who's innocent or not.
Can we not?
Nope, we had to have a conversation about that earlier. Sir, morality is subjective. Okay?
Is it?
Yes.
Well, I don't have subjective morality.
Yes, you do.
Well, my morality stands on the truth of the Bible.
Oh, really? Does the Bible not instruct people, instruct the Israelites to go out and murder every man, woman, and child of the Amalekites? Were those children not innocent?
I don't know.
You don't know whether children were innocent or not. Guess what? He killed the Israelites went and killed a whole bunch of pregnant women in there.
They may have.
No, they did, right? The Bible actually specifically tells them to do so. So according to your Bible and the morality of your Bible, we can just go out and kill everybody. Newborns, children, pregnant women, whoever.
Well, the way I look at it is we all live in eternity.
No, sir. No, let's not move off the subject. We're talking about the morality of your Bible. Okay?
Yeah.
We're talking about the morality of your Bible, and your Bible tells whereas the Bible specifically having people going out and murdering people.
Well, these were not innocent people.
Oh, what do you feel about slavery?
I'm sorry?
How do you feel about slavery?
How do I feel about it?
Yeah.
It's wrong.
Oh, the Bible says it's okay to have slaves.
Oh, does it?
Yeah. The Bible even tells you where you can get your slaves from and how hard you can beat them.
You know, the Bible took a culture that was fully accepting of slaves, and it gave rules about how they should.
Oh, so you're telling me that an all-knowing, all-powerful God couldn't just say, "I don't agree with slavery"? Because that's not in there anywhere. He actually nowhere in the Bible does this all-knowing, all-loving God anywhere in there say slavery is bad or I don't agree with it.
Yeah, you're right. He doesn't.
Oh, so according to your Bible, the morality of your Bible, that is, your objective morality, then you're pretty cool with slavery, huh?
No, I'm not cool with slavery.
Oh, so you mean that your morals are not objective because you just said your morals were objective according to the Bible, but obviously you disagree with it on this. So it means you do have subjective morality, right?
So we're talking about a different culture. You're pulling from
No, sir, we're not talking
the
about a
Old
different.
Testament.
Is God not all knowing, all seeing, and all good?
Yes.
Okay, if he is all knowing, all seeing, and all good, then the culture of the time does not matter. Okay, if slavery is bad, God does not need to look at the culture and go, well, they're already doing slavery. I could tell them it was bad, but I'm just going to tell them that if they beat their slaves too hard where they die in a couple days, then that's bad. But if they beat them and they survive for a few days, that's cool. Even though I personally, as God, think that slavery is bad, I could easily say that with any words because this is my book, right? But I'm choosing specifically to tell people how to beat their slaves because apparently God is subject to the culture of the time. Well, that's actually perfect, sir. So I'm pretty cool with that statement. So if that's the case, right, and God is God's entire morality is only based around the culture of the time. Well, in this culture right now, right, we have all the scientific data to understand, things like abortion, to be able to do it safely, right? So therefore, according to the culture of right now, God's morality should shift to what the culture of right now is, correct?
Oh, you're going to let me talk now? Sorry, I'm going to go back to...
Sorry, I was too busy quoting God. I apologize.
Oh, were you quoting God? Okay. All right. So in that time, you're coming to this from a perspective of our culture now and what slavery was like and what we've seen in the last 200-300 years. In that time, slavery was more, especially for the Jews and the Israelites, was like they're more of servants.
Nope.
And they even had a year of Jubilee where they had to free all of the slaves or the servants.
Oh, see, that was only Israelite slaves, sir. That was only Israelite slaves. Yeah. But the Bible actually specifically tells you that when you go and get slaves from other country, not only do you never have to free them ever, but their children can be passed down to your children. Yeah. It's literally chattel slavery in the Bible explained explicitly.
And slaves even could choose to become a part of the family.
No, again, that's Israelite slave, sir. That's Israelite slave. Sir, you are going to have to read your Bible better, okay? The Bible differentiates between Israelite slaves, which could be a form of indentured servitude, okay? And slaves that they were either captured or taken from other countries, right? And those slaves could be kept forever, did not have to be released, and their children were born into slavery. Okay, and had no release date.
Okay, do you want to go to another subject?
No, sir, I want you to explain to me how you agree with slavery or explain to me how friggin' morality is not objective. You have one of those two options. Either A, your morality is objective and only towards the Bible, or B, or morality is subjective, one or the other. Either you think slavery is cool and your morality is objective, or slavery is not cool and your morality is subjective. One of the two, sir.
Slavery is not cool.
Then your morality is subjective. Your morality has changed with the culture. So therefore, your morality is not objective. It's subjective and is not based specifically within biblical teachings. Okay, so now that we're back to what we were talking about before, sir, okay, when you talk about killing has all sorts of forms, right? Killing is horrible. Killing is bad. I'm not for killing in almost every single fucking way, all right? But when it comes to the conversation of abortion, the Bible gives instruction on how to give abortion. Numbers 5, right? Talks about instructions on how a priest is to give an abortion to a woman that the husband feels has been has been cheating on him. You know what I'm saying? Your idea of what's wrong with abortion does not come from biblical principle. Does not come from this objective morality. It has come from you and you alone, right? And while you are more than okay, like I'm 100% okay with you believing what you want to believe. This is America. You can believe that you don't like abortions. And then, sir, I would suggest that you do not have one. Okay. But for other women who require abortions for all sorts of reasons, a lot of which are everything from medical to finances to any other sorts of things that happen, is none of your fucking business. And you don't get to put yourselves in the freaking shoes of these women or in the shoes of their doctors to make decisions on them that you don't understand because of your false sense of morality. Okay.
False sense about killing an innocent human being. And that's, it's just sad.
Yes, sir. It is sad. All of the women that have literally have died in the United States due to freaking over strict abortion laws, that have literally died on hospital tables because they couldn't get the medical care they needed because people like you think that you can insert yourself into their hospital room and make laws that actually punish doctors for giving abortions even at the expense of women. Yes, it is fucking sad, sir. When you could spend a lot more time minding your own fucking business.
What? Yeah, I'm sorry that you feel that way.
You think I feel bad about it? You should think about how bad those families feel of their the fathers and mothers that no longer have their daughters thanks to your freaking laws.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
so
really.
Women are dying all over because they can't kill their babies.
Yeah, they are. They are dying due to lack of abortion care. Do you know what an ectopic pregnancy is, sir?
Yes.
What is it?
It's when the zygote gets stuck in the fallopian tube.
Oh, cool. And what is the required procedure for that?
I assume you're going to have to go in and remove it.
And what's that called, sir?
That would be an unfortunate, terrible thing that has to happen where you're going to have to save the mom's life by.
And what's the name of the procedure, sir?
It would be called probably an abortion.
Correct, sir. It's an abortion. That's a perfect example. And one of many types of other medical procedures in which abortion is absolutely medically necessary for a woman to be able to have for her health and safety. But even outside of that, sir, okay, there are so many medical conditions in which abortion is, if not necessary, is definitely preferable for a woman to be able to live her life in a way that she actually continue living it. Because every pregnancy is a detriment to a woman's body, a detriment to a woman's mental state, right? The overwhelming majority of women that have abortions already have children, right? So now their children's lives are affected by that, right? But again, sir, you have to stick on this, on this fake sense of morality, right? That's a lot more important.
Yeah. By all means, if a woman is put into a position of inconvenience, let her rip her baby apart. That's
sir, no matter how many times you say baby, it's still not a baby. And no matter how many times you say rip apart, sir.
You can define your terms the way you want to, and I'll define the terms the way I want to.
No, sir, what you're saying is I'm going to make up fake words to make fucking people feel bad. That's what you're saying, and I'm not going to let you fucking do it. Okay? You are not going to get to change the name of word, or the definition of words, or what words mean, because you want to shut the fuck up when I'm talking.
You can't even define
Shut
murder.
the fuck up when I'm talking.
Okay.
I am not going to let you sit here, okay, and just fucking change the definition of words because you're like, oh, if I fucking call it a baby, then it'll tug on people's heartstrings, and then maybe my opinion will sound better. Sir, your opinion is inhumane. Your opinion is wrong, okay? And your opinion, shut the fuck up. This is your last chance. I do not like people that fucking put my daughter's life in detriment, okay, based off your inability to let women control their own bodies. I do not like it. Okay, I do not like
I don't
people
like
like
that
you.
babies are getting
I do
ripped
not
up-
like
ripped
people
apart
like
by
you.
mothers' women.
Okay, I think you're a horrible person, and the reason why my daughter sometimes has a hard time getting the medical care she needs is because we create things like gynecology deserts, because literal doctors for women freaking escape areas. Okay, because they can't freaking do their jobs because of these strict abortion laws. So let me be very, very clear, sir, that I do not like you, and I have a very, very, very short level of patience with you. So please do not talk when I'm talking, okay? Thank you. Okay? I understand, all right, that you want to take words and change meanings of words and go, oh, it's a baby, and I forget this. It's not a fucking baby, sir. It's a fetus. There are different words for a reason. A baby is somebody who was born. A fetus is someone that's still, within the period of gestation. Okay? There are two different words. And no matter how many times you say baby, it's not a baby. Okay? It's just fucking not. Okay? And babies aren't being ripped apart, and neither are fetuses, because over 98% of abortions that happen in the United States are in pill form, and they all happen before viability and within early ages of gestation, where freaking there is no freaking human in there. They're just a clump of cells. Okay? You are trying, okay, to create this idea that is completely wrong with what's going on, and you're trying to make it into something different to try to fix your narrative. I'm not going to let you do it. So if you can't fucking hang on to this conversation and actually be able to have a conversation with me using correct terminology and correct definitions from things, then I would advise you to just excuse yourself from my fucking live. Maybe you should read your Bible, since you don't know it very well.
Right. A clump of cells that's a zygote that's been created by a female and male sperm human is not a human.
Cancer fits that definition, sir. Is cancer a human?
Excuse me?
No, sir, there is no
You
excuse
do
for
understand-
you, unfortunately.
You understand biology.
But literally everything you just said defines cancer also. It is a single living human cell that was once created by a sperm and an egg, right? It has its own specific DNA. All of those things you just said also defines cancer cells, sir. So should we not be able to get rid of cancer?
What I'm telling you is that a zygote is a human.
No, a zygote is a human cell. Okay? But just to let you know, sir, you kill thousands of human cells every time you get a haircut, right? Or if you get a sunburn, that's tens of thousands, okay?
This is a new, complete human with its own DNA that is.
Cancer also has its own DNA sometimes. So should we not be able to get rid of cancer?
Oh my gosh.
Cancer has the ability to have its own singular, unique DNA. Should we not be able to get rid of cancer?
You are really good at these.
At saying facts? Yes, I know. It's a bad habit of mine, sir.
Ridiculous.
It's a bad habit of mine, sir. Sure, should we not be able to get rid of cancer? That is unique DNA, human cells, okay, that are inside of a human body. They are living cells, thousands of living human cells. Should we not be able to excise cancer?
Cancer is a detriment to the human that it's in.
Oh, so if it takes from the human that it's in, then we should be able to get rid of it? Well, that's funny, sir. Maybe I should need to describe to you exactly what a fetus does to a woman's body and what it takes from a human's body. You know that a fetus to a woman's body is literally a parasitic relationship, right? Its entire existence relies on the woman. So all it does is take, just like cancer, and it can be a detriment. Literally every single fetus that's ever existed within a woman has literally been a detriment to her body and a health risk and a danger to her life.
Well, I guess for you, it's a good thing that your mom was willing to take that risk.
Not if it led me to having to talk to you. Honestly, really having to talk to freaking human beings like you, I wish I wasn't existing. But here's the cool thing about if I never existed, sir, I wouldn't know what it was like to not exist because I never fucking existed, sir. Just like every other zygote that doesn't exist, because the overwhelming majority of zygotes never get implanted, and about 40 to 60% of those that are even implanted never get to a stage of gestation when they become a human being. So there are more zygotes than not that actually became zygotes and freaking went away before they ever became any type of human being, sir.
They're a human being at fertilization.
They are not a human being from fertilization, sir. They are a human cell. Okay? That is it. A human cell is not a human being. Again, sir, as I explained to you so easily, if a human cell is a human being, then why did you cut your hair, sir? Because that is thousands of human cells. Why are we able to excise cancer? That is also human cells.
The zygote is one human being in its complete form.
How is it in a complete form, sir? How is a singular cell a complete form? I would love to hear that, sir.
So you don't like me talking over you, but you talk over me?
Sir, I don't like you talking at all. If you want me to be completely honest with you, you talking at all, your entire existence talking is quite a bit of an annoyance to me, to be completely honest with you.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry.
I'm sorry too, sir.
But I am glad that you do exist. So I'm glad that your mom didn't report you.
I cannot reciprocate that, sir. I'm pretty sure your mom is mad that she had to throw away the placenta and keep you.
It's a nice ad hominem. Yeah. So I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me. It's obviously not very productive, but all
right, sir. I'm tired of this. This is boring. Anyways, y'all, please make sure you guys hit that follow button if you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really, really appreciate that. I had a feeling that goodbye was going to take way too long, and I just didn't feel like dealing with it anymore. Squint or Vicky, thank you so much for the 2 jewels. I really appreciate that. Squints, thank you so much for the bronze medal. I really appreciate that. Luis, thank you so much for the $50 super chat. I really appreciate that. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much, Luis. Said, oh my God, thanks for my class. My MAGA friends are furious with me. Keep up the good work. Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico. I would sing some Bad Bunny right now, but I don't know Spanish. I know how to mispronounce all the words in Spanish as I sing to Bad Bunny, which I do all the time. By the way. Feisty, thank you so much for the $10. Said he's point blank said he loves abortion on tape. Yeah, that's weird. Scott said the closest a male to having an abortion is when we pass 4-week constipation. 4 weeks of constipation? 4 weeks of constipation? Bro, if you're at 4 weeks of constipation, like you are in dire 4 weeks? Bro, if I go 2 days, I'm on the way to the emergency room, bro. Like, I'm not even playing. That's wild. If you have 4 weeks of constipation, you might actually be pregnant. That's actually possible. All right. Thank you so much, Scott. Steven, thank you so much for the torch. Feisty, thank you so much. Said prison breeders. Yeah, absolutely. Adria, thank you so much for the laughing disco. X, thank you so much for the $2. Said, can God create a boulder that he can't lift? Ooh, the old philosophical argument. This is a great philosophical argument. An oldie but a goodie. I haven't heard that in a while. Can God create a boulder that he cannot move? Why do you guys keep saying more fiber, dude? You better be, if you haven't pooped in 4 weeks, you should be mainlining fiber. All right? You should be mainlining fiber. All right? Like straight to the dome, dude. Like, you should be getting like some like Benefiber or something and getting out a dollar bill, dude. Fucking holy shit. 4 weeks, that's nuts. Fuck the laxative, bro. Like, what are you doing? Shush, thank you so much, Charles. That guy thinks he got spoke through a hat. Does he? Yeah, he sure as hell does. Deity says Eve is trans since Adam's rib was male. Interesting. The first woman was trans. LES, thank you so much for the bronze medal. Bayface said it's all an act. They don't really care. They don't. That's very true. Mason, thank you so much for the bronze medal. Velvet, thank you so much. Said, hey, Polly. Hi, Velvet. How are you doing? Patricia, thank you so much for the bronze medal. James, thank you so much for the thumbs up. I really appreciate that. All right, we're going to move on to the next caller. How long have I been on? I got at least like one more in there. Thank you guys so much. Please make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you'd like support, we do have super chats, super stickers, memberships. I think we're real close to hitting like 20 new members today. So if you'd like to become a member, or you'd like to gift memberships, I think we're really close to hitting that 20 mark today. We're actually at 19. We might hit 25 today. We're actually at 19. We might hit 25 today. Check that out. Hello, how are you?
What's going on?
Hi, how old are you?
38.
Awesome. You still support Trump?
Yes, I do.
Why is that?
Trump's the man. Why don't you?
Because I appreciate, like democracy and stuff.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah. I think you were kind of harsh on that last caller, man.
Oh, are you here to defend his honor?
No, I'm not here to defend his honor. I only defend the honor of my God and my family. That's it, man.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just saying, like, I mean, he was a grown man. You're a grown man. If you want to, like, I get it. If you need to protect his honor, like, stand up for your boy. You know what I'm saying? But
nah, that ain't my boy.
Is that like one of those like we friends, we boys, we boyfriends? That's just one of those things, isn't it?
The way I noticed that you like to keep a certain narrative, man, and you don't allow people to talk when you're having a conversation, when you're having a dialogue with somebody.
We're literally talking right now.
I understand it's your show. You want to keep up. You want to keep certain numbers.
Holy
and stuff,
shit.
man,
sorry, real quick, man. Chris, I hope you're still here, man. I'm sorry. That was an hour ago. I don't know how I missed that. I am so sorry, Chris. Can we get big W's in the chat for Chris with the $80? I really appreciate that. That is absolutely huge. Said R&R was the beginning of the boomers robbing, or R&R, not R&R. Ronald Reagan was the beginning of the boomers ruining everything. Robbing everyone. That is 100% true. Thank you so much, Chris. Chris, I hope you're still here. I'm so sorry that I missed that. I apologize. I got into the conversation, and I'm so sorry. But thank you so much, Chris. I really, really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Anyways, sorry. You were complaining about my live or something. I'll be honest. I wasn't paying too much attention. Why do you support Trump?
Yeah. Because he's the best president of our lifetime, man. Sometimes you need somebody that's sometimes you need tough love, man, to make it, man. You can't, like, in this new era of people that are coming up now,
food.
these kids don't even know how to write script or nothing, man. They don't know anything. You know, good times make soft men, hard times make strong men.
Are you a hard man?
No, I could tell that you a soft man.
Are you a hard man?
You couldn't know. I don't play that faggot shit. Yeah, I don't play that faggot shit, feminine shit that you play.
Hard, soft times make hard men. Hard men make other men hard. I think that's the saying. I think that's the saying. I can't remember 100%. It's something like that. Soft men make men hard. Hard men. It's something like that. I'm not sure. Hello, how are you?
Hey, what's going on?
Hi, how old are you?
I'm a Trump supporter. I'm a New York City Trump supporter. I wanted to give my reasons why I support Trump. Still support Trump.
Okay, why is that?
Well, for one, where I live, locally, no bail law would be one. I can't believe that the Democratic Party would push that. As you know, in New York, we live under.
I've talked to you before. You're annoying. Hello, how are you?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Great. How old are you?
35.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Yeah, in a way, a few different ways.
Care to name one, or?
I kind of like to revisit on a subject you were kind of talking about, if you don't mind.
If it's abortion, I do mind.
It's not abortion. It's back on the slavery concept, the Bible.
Okay.
So, are you referring to the Old Testament or the New Testament?
Why does it matter? Is the Bible not the written word of God?
Well, depends on the way you translate it.
Doesn't depend on shit, sir. Is the Bible the written word of God? Yes or no?
In the Aramaic context, 1,000%.
Oh, okay. What about in your context?
Well, from the Aramaic translation, yes, but it differs quite. I mean, you know this. You're a pretty educated man. I can tell just from the show.
Cool, man. But what does this have to do with anything? What are you trying to say here?
Well, from the time that it was written until now, when you ask people to go read their Bible and they don't know their Bible, I'm asking you, what Bible are you referring to? Are you referring to King James, the New Living Translation?
King James is one of the most inaccurate freaking forms of the Bible that exists. New International Version is more accurate to the original translation. All right, but if you really want to get up to, into the brass tacks of it, you should probably either study the original translation or talk to someone who has studied the original translation. None of those change that the idea of chattel slavery exists in the Old Testament.
Correct. No, I agree with that.
So
but my question is, the New Living Translation, that's not a New Living Translation from the King James Version? Is that what you're saying?
I'm sorry, it's not a New Living Translation from the King James Version? I'm not familiar enough with the New Living Translation to know its origins.
But you just said that it was more accurate than the Aramaic.
I said the New International Version.
Oh, I apologize. That's my fault. I misheard you. Well, yeah, I mean, so in the Old Testament, it's not morality-based, I think. And the reason why I asked the difference of whether you were talking about that or the New Testament, because Jesus became the Word of God. That's the whole point of the New Testament, which it null and voids everything that was written in the Old Testament.
Incorrect.
Now, it does proclaim that he fulfilled all the prophecies that were written, but it basically showed how man should act, and basically that slavery was absolutely unacceptable. Now, God not intervening, it's the same depiction from Genesis, whenever Adam and Eve ate from the garden. The world was condemned from the get-go. And who would God be to give us free will if we don't? I mean, he is all loving. That's why he gave us free wills. But who is he to step in and take that away from us and say that slavery is bad, even though we know it's bad?
Then who was he to tell us that murder was bad? Who was he to tell us that adultery was bad? Who was he to tell us that stealing was bad? All of those we had free will on, and to completely honest with you, we all know those things are bad. But yet God had no problem telling us in the Old Testament that all of those things were bad. But slavery, that seems to be missing for some reason. Why is that?
Yeah, I think honestly, it's the reason why you'll find certain books in the Bible now or back then that you won't find now. I mean, me and you know this.
That's because of canonization and the freaking redaction of freaking multiple books of the Bible that didn't agree with the current freaking Catholic Church. That's the reason, which is another reason why the Bible is completely inaccurate and does not matter, right? But the Matthew 5 in the New Testament specifically does not say that the Old Testament is inaccurate anymore. It says specifically in Matthew 5, do not think that I've come to abolish the law or the prophets. I have not come to abolish them, but to fulfill them. So it's saying right there, I have not abolished them. Right. And then it says, For truly I tell you, hold on, sir. Verse 18 is super important in this. For truly I tell you, until heaven and earth disappear, not the smallest letter, not the least stroke of the pen will by any means disappear from the law until everything is accomplished. Right? And Exodus is part of the law, and the Exodus is where it tells you how to beat your slave, right? And Jesus is saying specifically that not a single letter of that is to be abolished or to disappear until heaven and earth disappear. Okay, so Jesus is specifically saying that he did not come to get rid of the Old Testament. He came to make to fulfill it, and it should live on forever. Okay, so
if he said he came to fulfill it, then my question to you is, at what point in the Bible, for at least the translation that you feel is as closest to accurate for your personal reference, when does he speak that the law is from Exodus? Because if you truly look at the law of the Old Testament, it's the Ten Commandments.
No, the law of the Old Testament is what would have been considered the law under Jewish pretexts, during the time of the Roman Empire, which would have been considered the entire book of Exodus.
Yeah, when I read the Aramaic translation, for me that wasn't it.
You speak Aramaic?
I have quite a few friends that do, and that's really
so you haven't read the Aramaic translation.
Me myself, yes, absolutely. I've had it in front of me. 1,000%.
So you said it, but then when I asked you if you spoke Aramaic, you said that.
I don't speak it. I don't.
Well, then you haven't read the Aramaic.
Just because I don't speak Spanish, but I can read Spanish. Do you understand?
Yeah, I understand that if you can't speak Aramaic and you can read Aramaic, then you're not qualified to translate the Bible from Aramaic.
Dude, we have enough tools at our we have enough tools at our disposal to be able to translate a single letter of Aramaic. Like, let's not play the BS game.
This is a complete BS game, sir. There is no translation of the Bible. Okay, there is zero. The Aramaic, the Hebrew, the Greek, name it.
The Aramaic isn't a translation. The Aramaic is the original context.
You name which translation, which scroll, which reading, which does not fucking matter. They all talk about slavery being okay. It doesn't matter. And if they all say slavery, sir, if they all say slavery is okay, and Jesus said that every letter of the law is to be held forever, okay, then the Bible justifies slavery. Period, point blank. And I'm really bored about getting into this conversation because I already got into it with the last guy. So unless you're going to bring something new into this conversation, we're just talking in circles, and I am bored.
I will. Okay. Yeah, I'll bring something new into. If it's a sensitive subject, we can move on from it because I have one.
Not a sensitive subject, just get on with it, dude. I have my attention span is short.
So whenever me and you both, whenever you have a clump of cells in the body.
Nope, not talking abortion. Have a good one. Sorry, I have talked abortion way too much in the last 3 days. I have talked abortion way too much in the last few days. I am over it. I told him from the start. See, that's what it was. He came up to talk abortion, and then when I told him no, he moved on to slavery. And then when he got worked on that, he was like, all right, I guess I'll go back to abortion. Over it. Over it. My patience is running thin. Oh, it's hot up here. Sorry, some of these comments are funny. Yo, please make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Sorry, I was going into Luke 17. Anyways, fun stuff. Bible stuff. I don't argue the Bible that much. I don't argue the Bible that much, yet it is funny that whenever I argue the Bible, it's always at the end of my live. I don't know why. Johnny D, thank you so much for the 100. Long, thank you so much for the 100. Bronze, thank you so much for the 50 jewels. Scrolling, thank you so much for the $1 Canadian, which I think is like $10 US. Don't correct me. Scrolling, also thank you so much for the $100 Canadian. I'm just gonna pretend like that exists. Nate Slay, thank you so much for the tour. Tellis, thank you so much for the power potion. Luis with the 10 gifted memberships. Holy shit! Big W's to Luis for the 10 gifted memberships. That's almost as big as that Canadian $100 that Scrolling sent me. I'm almost sure. Huge W's to chat for Luis. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you so much. But I didn't even see who got those. I can I get back that far? I don't know if I can get back that far. Ah! So many people. Oh, I did get back that far. Homestead, Allison, Adam, Snap, Anonymous, Litz. Was that Shush that got one too? No, Shush just below comment there. Weeping. That Gay Vegan, which is just an awesome name. I'm sorry. It's just funny. Sorry. Job, Corey, Oh No, and is that Uncle Ben that got one too? Thank you guys so much. All you guys got freaking awesome. I got subs. I'm telling you guys. I know a lot of you guys are over there on the portrait live right now. If you guys want to watch the landscape, okay, which is the other live over there, there's like 330 people over there. But if you watch over there, that is where a lot of the sub gifting comes from. I'm just saying. So if you ever want to sub, it's not a bad place to hang out at. Maybe one day we might move, all the way over there. We'll see. So if you'd like to check it out, please do. I really appreciate it. Especially if you guys are here at this part of the night. We've been in like 2.5 hours. There's like 660 something of you. Y'all make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. But yeah, if you guys are over here and you're looking for a little different viewing experience, I have my landscape live over on YouTube, and it's a lot calmer, a lot more friendlies over there. So if you'd like to head on over there, it is a fun little viewing experience. So just thought I'd throw that out there for any of you guys who would, enjoy that type of thing. Scrolling also said Ephesians 6:5-9. I mean, I do have the Bible over here, so. What was it? Ephesians 6? Let's see what it says. 5-9. Oh, there we go. Gotta love that. Slaves, obey your earthly masters. I do know this verse. Slaves, obey your earthly masters and respect and fear with sincerity of heart, just as you would obey Christ. Interesting. That's New Testament, y'all. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Scrolling. I don't argue slavery that often, but I'll try to remember that one for next time. Francesca, with the 4 months being a sub over or being a member over here. I'm so old. Well, you're old for us. You're an old sub. You're not really an old sub. I've just only been on YouTube since like May. I got TikTok. Like I guess they're called super fans now. We used to call them something different, but I got TikTok super fans that have been here with me for 2 years. So you're not old. You're still a young gun. You're still a young gun in the world over here. Heathen, I refuse to call you I'm the problem. Heathen said, ask if he knows what genitalia is. Dude, I forgot. Dude, thank you for reminding me that I need to clip that video from yesterday where that guy didn't know what genitalia was. I almost forgot about that. Thank you so much. Ari, you're listening. Do not let me forget to clip the video about the genitalia guy tomorrow. That shit is too funny. I forgot about. Oh, Wolvie, you missed it? This guy was trying to argue abortion. And no, he was trying to argue. Was he trying to argue abortion or was he trying to argue trans something? And I was like, dude, why do you care so much about somebody else's genitalia? And he's like, dude, I don't know why you're using words like that, like nobody understands. And like legit, like I thought he was trolling. He had no idea what the word genitalia meant. Zero. It was wild, dude. Thank you so much, Heathen. How to live with a smile. Thank you so much for the membership. You know what? That one membership actually took us up to 30 new members today. That is absolutely beautiful. Was it abortion, Corey? Thank you, bud. Yeah, that actually takes us to exactly 30 new memberships. That is absolutely beautiful. Thank you guys so much for all the gifted memberships. I really appreciate it. And the memberships that are that weren't gifted. Yeah, it was abortion apparently, but man, I gotta clip that. Yeah, I'm almost done, woman. Love you. Velvet thanks so much for the $5 said he said we have a bunch of tools at our disposal. Is he calling his Spanish speaking friends a bunch of tools? I mean, if they still support Trump, I support his idea of that. You know what I'm saying? I do support that. Tim, thank you so much for the bronze medal. I really appreciate that also. Thank you so much. All right, y'all. We're going to end the live because Ari's hungry and she's yelling at me. And so we will apparently, well, I thought we were coming back on Sunday. We might be back on Saturday. So we'll see. But we'll be back sometime this weekend, probably with a joint live or two. So make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful night. See you guys later, okay? Bye-bye.